Right up, right up, right up. What up, y'all? It's your man C McCarver Jr. representing the San Francisco 49ers all day, every day, y'all. All day, every day. I'm about 12 minutes late. That's CPT time. For y'all that don't know what CPT time is, color people time. But that's all right, though. I was just still trying to get the gadgets and gadgets together as y'all was with me on last week's episode of Friday Night's Faithful. I was trying to get the gadgets and gadgets together because I had this, I thought I had it down packed. I mean, I used to do this all the damn time, but I didn't, I was squeezing time again, trying to get everything situated. Now, what we got this week is we got it live through the StreamYard. I already put a live preview up on the channel, but obviously we are streaming through a different video. I'm gonna adjust all that later, but we straight using the camera from the laptop. And I was trying to get this other camera to work, and I don't even know if I'm clear right now. Can y'all hear me? Am I clear? Do I sound muffled and all of that? I don't even know right now. I'm just saying, fuck it. Let's get on. Shit. How do I sound like that? Much love from Stockton. Stockton is in the motherfucking house. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm clear. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sounds really clear. I really appreciate that, man. Where's that girl at I was talking to in the fall? Here we go. I remember you. You weren't here last week for episode 1 of Friday Night's Faithful episode 2, but yes, you do sound muffled. Justin said I sound muffled, man. Which one is it? Do I sound muffled or do I not sound muffled? I don't even know. Do I really sound muffled, y'all? Do I sound muffled? Don't really know right now. Got to get this. Like I supposed to have more time to get all this stuff situated, but I'm just popped and shit on. You know what I'm saying? Sounds good to me. Oh, Justin, I know I probably can. No, not really. Well, shit, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how I sound, but as long as y'all can hear what I'm saying, but we gonna get all this situated here. I may try some different things while we on live right now. What up, Vet? Vet is in the motherfucking house tonight. If y'all don't know who the Vet is, man, if y'all talking to this man and y'all talking that Niner talk, man, y'all better be on point, man, because he'll check your ass straight up, man. But real quick, a update, real quick, especially to Justin, my man Justin. Uh let's see. Update, man. My daughter did her audition to me. Oh, let me be very transparent here. My daughter tried out for the Gold Rush cheerleaders for the 49ers. It's something that she's been wanting to do ever since she was a little girl. And now was the time to do it. And I'm not being a biased dad. I wouldn't even talk about it if it was like, or but she did a good ass job. She looked like she's supposed to be a Gold Rush. Her whole plan is, though, it's not like her ultimate job with anything. Her plan is to, of course, she applied to some colleges, but what she wants to do is have that be her college job, while she's going to school, and she can do that. She's trying to get into a school down in Santa Clara area or San Jose. But she's also applying for out of state. So we'll see how that works too. Can't be no Gold Rush girl out of state. But that's the quick update on that. But we are here, man. Like I said before, the video that I have set for live is not the one that's holding live right now. I feel like I need to fix something real quick just so people could really see if this shit is coming in. But we gonna talk some things, man, and shit be happening all week. I want to just be able to come in on this episode and talk about it. I don't want to pop up when the shit hit and all that. I want to see what the hell is going on and stuff, man. So we most definitely gonna talk about it, man. We just getting started. So I'm gonna make some adjustments real quick. I'm gonna try to make some adjustments and still talk at the same time because I know shit just ain't looking proper, but it's okay, man. Like I said, man. Uh, ooh, there we go. Okay, okay, I like that. Well, I'm just looking at some shit. Then we going in, man. We most definitely going in. I'll adjust this shit later. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. We on that StreamYard too, man. So we most definitely gonna have some people pop in this time. Last time I was just doing it straight from the phone and stuff. Let me see. Here I go again. I'll adjust this shit later. Yeah, I'll adjust that shit later. Fuck it. Anyway, we here in the building, man. We here, man. For those who are subscribed and shit, y'all see the Friday night faithfuls episode still waiting to go live, but I just started some shit. It's the same thing. I just didn't do it through what I had already set up earlier, and that's because I was gonna do it through my phone, but then I thought about it. I said I can just go straight on here using the camera from the laptop, but I didn't want to use that. I wanted to use a different camera, but fuck it. Fuck a camera. We need to talk. We need to fucking talk. And that's what the fuck we here. We're not here to look clear. We here to talk. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all don't know right now, we finna get this started. It's your man, C McCarver Jr., man. We here with episode 2. Friday Night's Faithful episode 2, man. You know what it is. Justin says, glad we have Mr. 444. I said 44434s, huh? Fofo Kyle Juice Check back. Glad to have him back. You know, everybody got different reasons to why they're glad to have him back, why they wanted him back and stuff like that. You know, I like having people back here that's familiar with everything. But is it at a consequence of other shit that's going on? I mean, what the fuck is it? I don't know. Like, we kind of talked about Juice last time, right? And like, what is he really bringing to this team? What is he really doing to help us win? He's blocking. He knows his blocking assignments, right? And that, and people are thinking of him as a running back position in which every blue moon he'll make a play and he'll fill that role, but he's in there blocking. That's what he's using them as a fullback. Because who the fuck use fullbacks now in the NFL? Kyle Shanahan, because he's using them to block. And I feel like, I feel like Kyle feels like if his people was blocking the way that he wants them to block, then his plays will be successful. Period. You know what I'm saying? Vet says, to be totally honest, we really don't need Juice. There's another thing. We don't really need him. Now, we didn't brought in people to block. We got a tight end, brought him in so he can block. And then George Kittle can go out and make plays and make catches. Things like that. So, real quick, I'm going to elaborate on some stuff real quick. And then, let me see. I probably can open this shit up. What we need is a new center. Man, we need work on the goddamn offensive line. I'm going to get to that. We're going to talk about that in a minute. We're gonna talk about that, but I guess we finally. I'm gonna talk about John Lynch for a minute. We was finally able to hear from John Lynch, right? And we was all hoping to get like some clear answers on what the fuck is going on, like what is the Niners doing and shit, right? And it's like, wait, hold on, I gotta play my music, man. I'm playing my music. Hope it ain't too loud for y'all. But what's the plan, John? What's the plan? And he basically didn't give us a clear answer. But the only thing that we can really put together is shit. We relying on the draft, I guess. I guess we loaded up on as far as special teams. Now, my next door neighbor Travis, we were talking about that. I was talking about how they didn't really come out and say that that's what they're working on is special teams, because we've been fucked up on special teams the past few years. But that is something it seems like that they're focused on. They didn't come out and say it, but everybody pretty much we picked up in free agency are special teams players. Then we got the cat from the Jets. You know what I mean? Special teams coordinator. So, I mean, I guess that's something to look forward to. That's different. But when we say special teams, right, I don't need the other team running in for a touchdown, but I want our team to run in for a touchdown. Take it back. Shit, we ain't seen that since Jen Harbaugh years. Damn, you know what I mean? I want to see that shit. We ain't felt that in a long time. But back to John Lynch, right? John Lynch. Now they got this whole profile of, not letting things leak out. Obviously, they talk, they have discussions and stuff. Us from the outside looking in, we're seeing that, they getting rid of these damn people. What the fuck is the plan? That's what we want to know. What is the goddamn plan? What the fuck are y'all doing? Now, obviously, we know it's a money issue, right? So, okay. But what is the plan? If you're trying to save money and you're trying to rebuild, come out and say this shit. Please come out and say it. Or even if we may not agree with this, but if you're really trying to, now even trying to restart your team, trying to get in the draft, pick some good players, that's the plan. We all agree with that. But they act like they ain't going to lose a beat. Now, again, John Lynch, I mean, what do y'all think? Is he really a good GM? Is he somebody that is just somebody that Kyle picked to come in? Yeah, people love his personality. People love the way he talk and shit. But is he really a GM? Or he's just somebody who has good opinions that played in the NFL? You know what I mean? That played in the Hall of Famer. That can give his strong opinion, and we're supposed to sit here and listen to it, right? Because it sound good, man. Y'all gotta, they gotta let us know something. They act like they give a fuck about the faithful, but they don't. They just worried about getting money. They worried about filling those seats. Because I'm sorry, it ain't just me on YouTube or online on the internet. There's hella people on here now. There's hella people. But even when we was in the TTC talking shit to other teams that we about to play, we really here to represent our motherfucking team. We really are here for that shit because this is our team. They ain't supposed to give a fuck. You know what I mean? But they would want to because we out here doing the dirty work. Let us know what's going on, John. Come on, man. John Lynch. Let us know what the real plan is. Let us know. What is the plan, general manager? General manager, man. When everybody was coming down on Kyle, it almost seemed like, you was like, well, hey, I ain't got nothing to do with it. It was Kyle. I don't know. Come on, man. Y'all supposed to be a tandem, right? Make it work. Make it clear to us, man. We trying to know, man. But this is also why I said when moves happen in the offseason, we can't take that shit face value. We can look at shit and say this don't make sense, that don't make sense. But what is the plan here? We want to know what the plan is. You know what I'm saying? Now, I want to get into let's talk a little bit about Brock Purdy for a minute. Hey, shut up for a minute, man. I'm trying to get through this, then we can get into that. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Brock Purdy. I'm going to tell y'all what happened with Brock Purdy. If it ain't clear to everybody, a lot of Niner fans, it's not clear to y'all. It is not. Let me break something down. Especially if you a new Niner fan, it's not going to be clear to y'all. Y'all not going to get it. Y'all not going to comprehend this. Y'all only see what's going on face value. You know what really happened with Brock Purdy? It's a great story. that he was the last draft pick. And he came in and he does not look like a last draft pick, right? Brock Purdy is somebody who's made some nice plays. We haven't had a decent quarterback in a long time. So this man has came in and had some success. And so we marvel over that. I mean, hey, I congratulate anybody who get on that field with this logo and ball out. You know what I mean? But it's like, just because we haven't had a good quarterback in a long time, and then somebody comes along and makes a play. Somebody comes along, wins some playoff games, gets to the Super Bowl. Same thing happened with Jimmy Garoppolo. Like, I'm all for who's behind center throwing the ball because I want to win. That's my guy. But I'm talking about the people that say pay him $60 million, pay him 50. Look, you got to really earn that. I mean, you got to really earn that much. You know what I mean? And my thing is, us fans, we're not in control of how much these people get paid. Y'all gonna do the shit, then do whatever the fuck y'all gonna do. Let's say, okay, for example, let's say they pay this man 70. I said 70, ain't going that damn high. But just let's say they pay him top dollar, right? I'm like, okay, y'all did y'all job. Let this man do his job. I'm sitting in the back. Brock Purdy, let's go. Let's bust their heads on the field. You know what I mean? But there's people out here saying he deserves like 60 because it's right around the amount that other quarterbacks are getting. Like, you got to be realistic. Just because this has not been a quarterback that we haven't, I mean, that looks decent, that we haven't had this type of decent type of style play in a long time, he don't automatically now, what I honestly think should happen, I don't know. I just don't know what they're going to do. I think they're going to end up paying him. I think so. But I think that he should, if he really believes that he's really like worth that money, he shouldn't have nothing to worry about going another year and earning that shit. He might even earn more. Because we talked about Mac Jones coming over here, right? We know Mac Jones ain't no damn, like, to us as fans, we know Mac Jones ain't gonna come in and be a starter. But shit, as a quarterback like Brock Purdy being a starter, you can't sit back and get relaxed and say, oh, he's only here as a backup. You got to be on your shit and say, this motherfucker ain't taking my spot. I'm finna ball out. Maybe that's the whole plan of bringing him over here, even with the coaches knowing he ain't going to outdo Brock Purdy. Now, maybe it's Kyle Shanahan finally got the guy that he really wanted over here, right? We don't fucking know that shit. But Brock, hey, I'm not hating on nobody getting their money. I wish you the best. And us as fans, we got to stop saying he deserved this because he's been the most productive quarterback we had in a long time. But is he that guy? You know what? He makes plays. He controls the plays sometimes. He can't do everything we want him to do, but is he really worth that much? Do we really want him to really show his skills? I think he should go one more year and just show what the fuck he got to do and earn his money. It is what it is. Now, before I open this shit up, I got to read some of these too. My bad, y'all. I'm going in, then I'm going to go in on this. So because I need this. All right, let me back up. Yeah. We need a new center. We for damn sure need a new center, vet. We need work on the offensive line. Can you tell? Hey, hold your horses, nigga. You thirsty. 6-ring check Parks. What's up, fam? I still can't believe we still haven't released. My nigga Parks. Man, I'm gonna tell you, man, last week I was asking Vet, do y'all still get on not live, but in the group shit and still be, with the shit? I've been away for a while. I've been moving around and shit, but we gonna open this shit up, man. I think Vet said, oh, Jesus Christ King. Stay kingdom minded. I got you, brother. I got you. The vet. I think Brock gonna get between 55 and 60. I think he might get that too because that's just where the market is. You know, just because that's where the market is. Justin says Brock Purdy does great in the regular season, but when it comes to Super Bowl, he chokes. 49ers has to stop choking during Super Bowl or before that. And we can't just say it's Brock Purdy because we've been to the Super Bowl with Garoppolo and we choked. We all know it's gameplay, right? We all know that. Why are you passing the ball when running the ball is effective? Why are you? We know there's other factors. We can't just blame the goddamn quarterback. We can't do that. So it is what it is. So Brock is gonna get that money because that's what other quarterbacks are getting and stuff like that. But my thing is now, when you get the money, get your ass out there on the field and ball out and play for real. You know what I'm saying? Keeping the faith. What's up, brother? 49ers need that's a bonus topic. Let me talk about something that just really pissed me off, and then we gonna really just open everything up. Without I ain't even got into it. I don't even want to read the comments yet. I just want to talk first. Jordan Mason, man. Jordan Mason. Now, one thing us as Niner fans have seen this man on the field and like, what the? He need to be in there. I think he proved enough that he deserves to be on that field. We know he hit those holes like, damn, can't nobody hit holes like that. He sort of had that Frank Gore or like how you hit the holes. And he's only going to get better. You got to get a man reps. And then it's just pure disrespect. When Christian McCaffrey comes back, and it's like, now we just forgot about Jordan Mason. First of all, I think common sense would tell you anybody that comes back from injuries, you can't just throw them out there. You can't just throw them out there like they have never been hurt before and let them have the same amount of reps as they had before. You got to ease people in, and I thought that's exactly what was going to happen, but it was like, no. Christian McCaffrey came back. They was just like, get your ass in there. I don't understand it. So I don't get it. That really pissed me off, though, man. Because with all this shit that's going on, these free agents that they didn't, y'all gonna get rid of Jordan Mason. So that brings me back to John Lynch. What is the plan? You could tell me all the stories about, okay, I don't know, his confidence level dropped or all this other stuff. Man, look, if I was in there and somebody had skills the way, I don't care if Jordan Mason didn't watch football before. I don't care if Jordan Mason didn't know who Marshawn Lynch was. I don't care. All I care about is what you do on that field. You ain't got to know who the hell they are. You just got to know what you can do on that field. And when I seen it time over time, and I'm the coach or somebody in that organization, I'm going to figure it out because it works. I'm going to figure, what do you need from us? How can we make it better for you? But I bet you that wasn't the case. Just be sitting up here being stubborn. Oh, Jordan Mason, oh, this and that. Fuck him. That's probably what the topic was. You can't be like that. You got to talk to these players that actually can make a difference and say, what can we do for you? How can we make it better? How did we mess up? You got to be like that. You can't have an ego when you're trying to win. Now, if that's not the plan, then of course it makes sense, right? But look, it goes back to Harbaugh when we had him. Now, for somebody to come in and just change the way people play, the confidence level, and Alex Smith, the confidence level, because I mean, this damn, y'all remember this man. How can you come from Alex Smith throwing to the invisible person? And some of y'all know what I'm talking about. to controlling an offense. Not saying he was like top quarterback or nothing, but he controlled the game. Harbaugh knew his strengths, knew his weaknesses, and he was a damn good coach of formatting him to be able to compete. You know what I mean? That's a good coach. You got to coach who you got, who's there. And I'm just like, I think Kyle Shanahan is like, it's too much. It's too much friendships in here. If you don't want to be his friend, it seems like he don't want to rock with you. He don't care what kind of skills you got. You got to make it work that way. That's how people win championships. Win the championship first, and then see if you somebody's friend at least. Make it work, because we're gonna be in the same circle and not doing a damn thing. It is what it is. So, what I'm gonna do right now? Let me see. I want to talk about that real quick, Justin. Can anybody tell me, please tell me. Now, I'm gonna answer my own question. I want to hear what y'all. Why in the? Hold on, man. Why is Jake Moody still on this team? Why is Jake Moody still on this team? Why? Now, my answer is in order to get rid of somebody, you got to have somebody to be able to replace. And it's like, that still could be a plan, because you ain't going to find no damn good kicker in no free agency. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he's still here. And you can't really just hope to have a good kicker. So I hope Jake Moody has been practicing this whole time. You know what I mean? My instinct would say it's a confidence thing, because you look at his face, he does have the same expression every goddamn time. But it's like, why is Jake Moody still on this guy? Because he was the 3-round pick. That's a good answer. I mean, that is probably the answer why he's still here. They don't want to feel stupid. It's a confidence thing, though. I'm just saying. I'm going to be live on day 3 of the draft all day. So if anyone wants to pull up, you are more than welcome. Saturday. April. Hold on. I'm going to have to hop on that shit. We got to talk about that. I'm checking some, because that sounds like it's gonna be lit, vet. I gotta get on with that. Okay. So that weekend, it's funny too. That weekend of the draft, I'm gonna actually be in Kansas. I'm gonna be in Kansas that weekend, but I'm gonna hop on too, because it's a big basketball tournament out there for my son. We're gonna be out there in Kansas, but we're gonna have to talk about it. And then obviously that Friday, I'm gonna be in Kansas already. I may just go live from out there from the hotel room, and we could talk about what we've got so far. But Saturday, the Vet 49 that's in the chat log, he gonna be on live, man. So tell you what, man. Let's open this up, man. I don't know if anybody want to get on and we can talk about some stuff or whatever. But let's open this up. Wait. No, wait. Your body just bang baby. Hey, do anybody hear Tupac in the background? I hope it ain't too loud. Can y'all hear it in the background? Because he was a 3rd-round pick. I love it. All right, I just put the link in the description box. Like I said, it's been a long time. Barely hear it. Okay, it's not too much, because if it was too much, it's not playing for everybody. It's playing for me. But if it's too much, you know how YouTube be tripping. You know what I'm saying? So it's not for everybody. So that's good. That's good if you barely hear. Another random thing I wanted to talk about, right? Another random thing I wanted to talk about real quick, and this is for long-time Niner fans, and then we can get back into what's going to happen this year really quick. Because last week I had showed that, man, what is this popping up on the screen? Last week I was talking about, I was showing all my memorabilia. Add to the stage.
What's up? Hey, so here's why they're keeping Jake Moody's sorry ass. For one, they still believe in his.
Oh shit! Wait, real quick. I told y'all that. Okay, he finna go off. Okay, I tried to be all settle and stuff like that. Now it's about to go in, man. It's about to go in. Go ahead, Vet.
All right.
Let's talk about Jake Moody. What's cracking?
All right. For one, for some reason, they still believe in him. They're saying the reason he was a piece of shit was because of that injury, which is a lie. He just sucks. Number two, when you spend the top 100 pick on a fucking kicker and then dump him after a year or two, it really makes you look bad, and they're not trying to do that.
But they look worse. Keeping his fucking ass on the field, missing kicks.
I mean, I get it. I mean, if you look, there was games that he himself directly cost us last year. Like that Lions game.
I think we lost by 6 game that he missed. It was 9 points.
No, the Lions game we lost by I think 6 points. He missed 2 field goals and an extra point. That's 7 points.
It was 3 kicks. I was thinking 9 points, but it was 3 kicks.
Yeah, we would have won by 1 point. He cost us 7 points. We lost by 6.
Mm-hmm.
And then the year before that, and then the year before that, when Brock Purdy brought us down the field in Cleveland, we should have won that game, but he missed that goddamn kick.
And what the hell is possibly going through like Kyle Shanahan's head when that shit happens?
I don't.
You know what
he's probably pissed off because from what I hear, Kyle Shanahan don't even watch special teams practice at practice. So
that's a problem right there.
When he don't watch it and then your kicker's missing the gang of shit, you know he's mad as a motherfucker.
Right. And that's the problem right there because he don't know what the hell's going on. It sounds like. Go ahead.
Look. For one, I think we waited too long to get rid of our special teams coordinator. Anyway, we should have gotten rid of him maybe 2 years ago.
And that goes back to what you just said, is because Cal wasn't sitting there paying attention to what the fuck's going on.
He should have been.
Yeah, he should have been. So,
but it is what it is. We'll see this year. I'm not the only person we really lost that I'm tripping on is Dre Greenlaw. If we can replace him in the draft, that'll be cool. But everybody else I'm okay with. And Jordan Mason, yeah, it would have been cool to keep him. But also there was a game last year. I can't remember what game it was. He did something where he messed up, and one of the offensive coaches, it wasn't Kyle Shanahan, and I don't think it was Bobby Turner, but one of the offensive coaches went over to him and started talking to him and got in his face a little bit. And after that, Jordan Mason's whole demeanor changed. It's almost like he can't take criticism.
Yep. That's what I that's what I heard. It's like something changed. And that's why I was saying you gotta sit back and say, okay, this person can make a difference. Sit him down and say, what the fuck did we do? How can we make the change? How can we make this work? Because I'm telling you, he over there, he gonna be fucking balling. I already know, man. He hits them holes like pimps, if you know what I mean. How's he gonna be balling out when he's sitting behind Aaron Jones? Yeah, but when he get his chance, when he get on that field, you already know though. He gonna show them people what he
Yeah.
can do. You know what I'm saying? That's what
I
he.
think look, I think Garendo's gonna be fine, and Garendo is a little more of what they want because he's a way better receiver out of the backfield.
Yeah, that's the
Garendo,
whole gameplay there.
yeah, Garendo used to be a wide receiver before he transitioned to running back, and he caught 15 out of the 16 targets he had last year.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about McCaffrey? Because right now it's Garendo and McCaffrey, though. I mean, we know this man injuries too, and Garendo, everybody. It seems like everybody gets some injuries. But do you think them two? We don't know because Christian. We don't know now. A healthy Christian McCaffrey, of course, he'd be productive. But like, what do you
right
think?
now though? Well, right now we have 4 running backs on the roster. We have CMC, Garendo, Patrick Taylor, and Izzy Abanaconda.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I mean, I still think we're going to draft a running back in this draft just because they're so good.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. I mean, we need to see how CMC holds up.
And here's my thing though. Again, going back to Jordan Mason, right? I mean, again, I also try to explain that we don't know, like you explained how the coach went up to him and was in his face and his whole demeanor changed, all this other shit. We don't never know what goes on in these locker rooms and what was said. And, we don't know that side. But all I know is we know what Jordan Mason was. And they have to know more than us, obviously. And if the plan is to rebuild and like trying to start over, my thing is if you come out and say it, then it makes everybody feel better. But they don't care what the hell we think anyway.
Right.
And Kyle
But
Shanahan, he always gonna have 4 running backs. He always gonna do that. But who's gonna really make that difference? Who's gonna really execute those plays when we need them?
Well, we'll have to see. I think we'll have to see how much better as far as running back skills go. We'll see if Garendo got a little bit better and can diagnose the holes better.
Yeah.
If he could do that, if Garendo comes in the season and looks improved, I think we'll be good because he's got the speed. He's big enough to take the hits.
Mm-hmm.
He can catch out of the backfield. So, I mean, I guess it just comes down to we got to wait and see what Garendo's going to be like.
My man JD is in the building.
What up, McCarver? What up, Vet?
What's up?
What's up, Hawk Hater? That's your original name right there. Fuck them Hawks, right?
always, man.
Hey, what's his bullshit? I'm hearing that the Niners are tied to Tyler Lockett. Like, there's real interest there, and we're like 2-1 odds to sign Tyler Lockett.
I haven't seen anything about them actually being interested. All I've seen is that they have the best betting odds to get him. I actually wouldn't be mad at it, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be mad at it. They need some receiver help until Ayuk gets back if they don't trade him. So I wouldn't be mad at it.
Look, if they trade Ayuk, it's going to happen before the first, so they don't have to pay him $22 million bonus.
Right. Yeah, we'll see.
So we only got.
Do you think that's why they brought Robinson in, though? Because of possibility of trading Ayuk?
No. I think they brought Robinson in because they wanted another veteran in the room.
Well, they needed someone no matter what, because going into this season, you're pretty much operating like you don't have Ayuk anyway, whether you trade him or whether he's just rehabbing. So they needed to bring someone in. So the opening day receivers are going to be Pearsall, Jennings, and Demarcus Robinson if he doesn't get suspended for a DUI.
Yeah. And
Hey, if I was,
I'm not.
Ron Jennings, I'd be like, look, this my year.
Hey, last year was his year, but who was it? The soft ass pussy Arizona Cardinals couldn't handle him blocking him into the ground.
Mm-hmm. And yet
And
they still figure out a way to beat us.
They figured out a way to shit, dude. I could have beat the Niners last year. That goddamn defense was ass cheeks.
Yeah, but it's like it's just certain games. It's like fuck no, but it is. You know what I mean? So
look, hey, everybody in the NFC West was all happy that they finally beat us. It took them what 5-6 years.
And that's what I was talking about last week about the Seahawks when they had their little run and they beat us down, and then the tables turned, and they just don't know how to deal with themselves. But when they beat us, regardless of what our record is, it don't matter. Regardless of whatever the situation is, they beat us. They feeling real good. They celebrating until Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, we fucked the Niners up. That's the whole speech.
Yeah, it only took the entire Niners roster being injured for us to beat them. But yeah, let's celebrate that shit like it's a Lombardi. Let's
right.
That's how they do.
I don't. Yeah, it's people don't get it though. People don't know man. The 49er organization, and I'm not just circling it into what it is right now, but just overall, man. I mean, we've been here. I mean, we have a history here. And when you beat us, y'all want that history, but you just can't have it. That's why I laugh at Cowboys now. We fucking own they ass now. Look,
if we're so goddamn bad, how come almost every single sports book in Vegas you look at has us as the favorite to win the division?
Yeah, because it's common sense and people want to win money. That's why. That's just the way it is. So, JD,
people want to win money.
JD, what do you think about the whole Jordan Mason? Did you want to keep him, or are you cool with them letting him go?
I mean, I wanted to keep him. He's a great backup, if not a fill-in starter if you need him. But at that $5 million second-round tender, there was no way they were going to keep him. The way Jed York is tightening the purse strings, there was no way they were going to keep Jordan Mason. I mean, it sucks, but the track record that this regime has with running backs, I mean, they can go get another guy undrafted and have him fill in just fine. So I'm not worried per se. True. I mean, it sucks that they let him go, but I'm sure they'll figure it out.
Look, I'm not super mad at us letting him go because we were able to flip Jordan Mason, an undrafted running back, for more draft capital than we flipped Debo for.
Yeah, and you know what? I think I need to be ashamed of myself just a little bit for getting upset now because, like I said before, when Christian McCaffrey came back from an injury, they were then like, Jordan Mason, who? So I should have been prepared for that. Is what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, it's almost the same as it's like when Greenlaw came back, they forgot who Campbell was. I knew that one was going to happen, though.
Yeah.
There was another thing on Mason. I heard you guys talking a minute ago about how Mason got chewed out on the sidelines, and after that, he was never the same. There was another incident that happened when Mason started talking about the McCaffrey injury, when Mason started filling in at the beginning of the season. And Mason said something he shouldn't have said. I don't remember exactly what he said.
Oh, yeah, I do. I remember now. It was.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
It was when CMC first went down. They interviewed Mason, and he said he was going to be starting, and the Niners hadn't even announced it yet.
Right. And when that happened, they chewed his ass out. And the rest of the year, he didn't want to talk to the media. Every time he did, he looked like he just, was hating his life.
Scared.
So I feel like he wasn't ready for all that media attention. And, he just wasn't really happy the rest of the year after the way that kind of went down.
Do you guys think it was an issue for him not to know like the history of running backs at all.
What do you mean?
Well, he was asked. And you know what? I heard this from what's that guy's name? Maybe Grant Cohn. He was talking about Jordan Mason. He said he asked him a question about like he kind of reminds him of Marshawn Lynch and shit. And he was like, I don't know who that is. You know?
Yeah, Jordan Mason was a guy. He said he didn't even really watch football. He just played it. He was good at it.
That's enough for me.
But to say you don't know who Beast Mode is, come on now.
That is a problem. But that's not gonna affect my decision. But I get how you not know who the hell that is. You know what I mean?
I don't because
they should have said, do you know who Frank Gore is? And if he would have said that, then I'm like, yeah, get his ass off the team.
Yeah, get him up out the building. Seeing how Frank Gore is still part of the organization, if you don't know who he is, get him out of the building.
Yeah, right. But he was hitting those holes, though, man. Jordan Mason was, man. But what is the plan here? You know, if we're really trying to rebuild and just be younger, then please come out and say that, please. And then, but we don't know.
They say they have a plan. They said they're excited to execute the plan. Yada yada yada. But I can throw a monkey wrench in that whole statement in 2 seconds. They say they have a plan, but they didn't retain Dre Greenlaw. So where does that factor in with your plan? Like, no, your plan was obviously to retain Dre Greenlaw. That didn't work. So,
hey, what do you think Robert Saleh said? He's back. Well, he's like, oh, okay. I got some of my guys, and then they get rid of their ass.
I get that, but the part they forget to add on the end of that is our plan is to retain Dre Greenlaw at our price tag, not his.
Right.
Man, like I said,
if you want to retain Dre Greenlaw, you got to meet him where he wants to be at, period.
Yeah, so. They didn't want to go over $10 million.
What up, Simon? Simon Says is in the building.
No, what's up, Simon?
Oh, yeah. What up, Simon?
But you gotta take care. You gotta take care, man. I mean, it just
look. Hey, here's what I'm gonna say. It might seem wild in the first round, but trade down and go grab. If you want to replace Greenlaw and add extra to your defense, because this guy can do it. Trade down a few spots from 11 and go get the Georgia linebacker.
Oh, Jalen Walker.
Yes.
Yeah. See, he doesn't really have a position to me. What is he? Is he a linebacker? Is he a pass rusher?
No, he's more of a off-ball stack backer. He could come in day one, play Greenlaw's position, and then in a few years, when Fred decides to retire, he could take over Fred's spot with the green dot. But in certain situations, he can rush the passer if you need him to.
Yeah, for me, you got to address the trenches. I mean, who's going to play D tackle for the Niners? Who's going to play D tackle for the Niners this year? Me? Like the fuck? Like who? Like come on.
I get it. Yeah, no, I want trenches. I want trenches heavy.
They say it's stacked this year, though.
I'm not a fan of trading down just because the guy that I want, my biggest draft crush in the whole draft is the guy we need to take at 11, and that's Walter Nolan. I want Walter Nolan at 11, and then you can go and get a guy like a Chris Paul Jr. out of Ole Miss, his teammate, quite frankly, in the second or the third round. So
another linebacker you could get, but this is later on if you want to address the trenches. Like in the second and third round also, you could go a little later on and get like David Benda out of Texas and Teddy Buchanan out of Cal.
Yeah, and they're looking at Bossa out of Oregon real hard too. So, but you got to address the trenches. You got to go D line. They're not going to go offensive line. I can tell you that right now. Everyone's hyping up Membu Will Campbell, all these
How
guys.
are we going
The
to
Niners
address
have
the
never.
offensive line, though?
The Niners have never emphasized the offensive line under Shanahan. They're not going to. They're not going to pick an offensive lineman at 11. They're going to go D-line. They're telling you that because right now they have 5 offensive linemen who can roll out there week 1 and play. Their line's kind of set with if you look at it. Whereas at D tackle, like they don't have anybody. So they're going D-line at 11. I think it's pretty obvious.
Yeah. I think what they should do
on this year too in the draft with D linemen.
Yeah. Honestly, look, I feel they should go D tackle at 11 and D tackle again at 43. I want them to go back to back.
I'm actually almost on the same page. Not back to back D tackles, but I want them to go D tackle and then edge rounds 1 and 2. That's what I want.
Okay. Yeah, the thing I like about Walter Nolan is he's in a way he's multifaceted because he can line up right over nose in the nose tackle position. He could play true D tackle, and then you could slide him outside a little bit if you need to, and have him rush over the tackle.
And he's not just a pass rusher. He can stop the run too. He's a run stopping motherfucker.
Yeah, he's a really good run defender. That's why I kind of hope.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, that's why I hope they stay away from Derek Harmon out of Oregon. He's a good pass rusher, but he can't play the run to save his goddamn life.
They're going to go with either Kenneth Grant or Walter Nolan, and I think they're going to go Walter Nolan because Kenneth Grant he's not the prototype of what they've looked for. They want guys that can really get after the passer and stop the run. Walter Nolan's a guy who does both of those things extremely well. He fits what they want. And if you're picking at 11, you need to be looking for a guy who you think could potentially be a star, like just a fucking Pro Bowl. Agree. And Walter Nolan has more of that type of potential than a Kenneth Grant to me.
I agree. I think
will he be available at 11?
Yeah, he should be.
He should be.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
That's cool. Because what it sounds like is the Jets are about to make the dumbest fucking play in the history of the league. They're going to draft. They're interested to take a Jackson Dart at 7.
Yeah. We'll see. You can't really believe too much of what you read right now, but they might. It would be a very Jet thing to do, quite frankly.
You know what's funny though? Like that really means that shit though.
No, I mean, if you look at the history of the Jets, you kind of have to mean it.
Right. Yeah. Like it wouldn't be shocking. It wouldn't be shocking.
But yeah, I think Walter Nolan will be there at 11. If he's not, Kenneth Grant is not a bad fallback plan at all.
No, Kenneth Grant would fit great because they need a big body inside that can help stop and run, free up the linebackers to make plays and whatnot. He actually fits the wide 9 better than Walter Nolan, but I think Walter Nolan is going to be the better overall player and has the more upside, more potential, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. Just as long as you stay away from Derek Harmon, that dude plays the run like he's Helen Keller.
With that being said, though, what is the plan this year?
What do you mean?
I mean, but we don't know. What are they doing? Are we going all young? Are we trying to rebuild? What are we doing?
They're shopping at Walmart. That's what they're doing. They're
basically. I mean, they are.
They got a Whole Foods like a Whole Foods diet, but they want to shop at Walmart. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
We just come out and say it. You know
they're not going to do that.
And people are actually like they're talking like how do I put it? The Niners have $50 million in cap space right now. They can go and do whatever move that they want. And so people are like hyping up what the Niners are doing. Some Niner fans, the Niners are saving all this money for the Brock Purdy deal, and they're doing the right thing. No, if you're talking like that, you're actively cheering for Jed York's wallet because they have $50 million in cap space. They can go and make any move on the planet that they want to do right now, but they won't because because it's Jed York's cash. It's the money. It's not the cap. It's the cash. And so if you're cheering with what the Niners are doing right now, you're cheering for Jed York to make more money and not spend as much money. That's what it comes down to. They got all the cap space in the world to do whatever they want.
Yeah, they do. Look, tell Jed York to quit buying garbage-ass soccer teams over in Scotland, and you won't have to worry about his fucking pockets.
Buying soccer teams, and then they want to sell a 10% stock in the 49ers franchise at a valuation of $9 billion. So it would come out to $900 million that the Yorks would make off the sale. And they want to talk about they have financial constraints. And you've raised my season ticket prices and McCarver's season ticket prices 5 out of the last 6 years. You can kiss my fucking ass with that, Jed. Like, oh my God. Give me 5 minutes in a room with Jed York just to give him a piece of my mind. I swear to God.
Oh, and it's the same with any other type of business, any type of
but they're not as poor is the thing.
About the owner up top does never want to talk to the people that's really making them money to hear their opinion on how things can be better, how can they improve, and this and that. As long as they check coming in, that's all they care about. You know what I'm saying?
That's what the Niners are right now.
Mm-hmm.
My bad, McCarver. Go ahead, finish.
No, that's why I just sit up here and say, there's a lot of fans on here that are really like finna faint because of the shit that's going on. It's like you gotta sit back and just be like, all right, what the fuck is going on? I mean, it is what it is. We have no control over that shit. Yes, we want these motherfuckers to go to the goddamn Super Bowl and win the shit, but we don't. I wish they would come out and say it, but it is what it is. It's not like this.
The only argument I'll make for why they're doing what they're doing being a smart thing, obviously it's for long-term spending ability, building a team around Brock Purdy going forward in the coming years. And I understand that. But it's what was I gonna fucking say? I just lost my train of thought.
You know what? But just saying that though, what I'm saying is then come out and say that. You know what I mean? Like,
I got it. It's the strength of schedule with the Niners having such an easy schedule. They feel like they can kind of coast by this year with a ho-hum team and make the playoffs and do enough to keep the fan interest up and this and that. And they don't feel like they have to go all in this year because with their schedule, bringing back Robert Saleh, having guys get healthy, they feel like maybe they can catch enough lightning in a bottle to have a quote-unquote successful season without having to write a ton of checks. And I think that's kind of what they're looking at.
Squeeze in the playoffs, huh? And that's yeah. Right. I don't know. Like I say, what I hear all damn day is just people just pulling their hair out because it's like, what are we doing? We're supposed to be. But
you know what? I quit paying attention to that shit.
Right. This is what fucks me up this year. I'm gonna tell you right now. This is what fucks me up this year. Where's the Super Bowl gonna be at this year?
Levi's.
Yep.
So Jed making even more money.
Yeah, and they just invested. They just invested what? I think it was $250 million. I could be wrong, but I think they invested like $250 million in upgrades to the stadium and the suites and all that to make the venue look nicer for all the rich people that are going to be here for the Super Bowl and the World Cup. Yes. So you want to tell me you're struggling, but you're over here buying soccer teams and selling your franchise, selling a stake in your franchise for $900 million and putting in all these upgrades to the stadium and raising my ticket prices again. I got season tickets at Levi's right before the 2019 season, like a month before they drafted Bosa. And from 2019 to now, my season ticket price has nearly doubled.
I know.
God damn.
So I know that. Hey, JD, that's why I said I was like, look, now what it's really turned into, and it's not a fantasy thing, but like I said, I don't even know if you heard before you got on. It's like Vet said he's finna stream live for the draft on Saturday, but I'm gonna be in Kansas that weekend.
Well, yeah, because I work those damn Fridays, so I can't catch rounds 1 through 3.
Yeah, and then the weekend before that, I'm gonna be in Alaska. So, and then my daughter's a senior. This shit is crazy, you know.
Yeah, hey, McCarver, this will be like this will be like my 4th year in a row streaming live on day 3. Most of the time, Primo comes and hangs out all day with me.
Oh, really? Primo, that's like him and Pigpen. Those are the only two that I always see around. I have a lot of respect for. And I like to go back and watch some of my old videos, man, and just how many Seahawk fans were there and they're not here no more. I just don't understand that.
That's just like
matter of fact, I do understand it, but it's like you gotta be fucking kidding.
That's like the Lambs and Arizona fans too. There ain't none of them motherfuckers left.
I think they were the worst ones because who was here from the Rams?
No, nobody.
Now I will say, Cattle Dog, right? He just don't make videos no more, but his ass is still be popping up on my IG. His ass.
Oh yeah, he's still around.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys saw, but I'm back on YouTube. I've been doing videos and shit since like January, so I'm back.
Oh, and that's what I was saying.
Shit,
when I just got back on here, I was like, I need to be on here now consistently. I don't know what's been going on. I have another YouTube channel, not that I do videos on, but a YouTube channel that I've created before I even created this one to just watch YouTube. And I've been logged into that. That's like my primary one.
That Keeping the Faith channel in your chat, that's me.
Oh, really?
Oh, Keeping the Faith.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go and subscribe to that.
You gotta put that Hawk hater on there though, because that's your identity, man.
Yeah.
Fuck them Hawks.
And I'm always gonna be that. Like fuck them. I'm always gonna be that. But
yeah.
But my thing is like, and some people had a point, like, oh, you hate the Seahawks more than you love the Niners, and it's like, no, but yeah, I don't know. I wanted to go more of a 49er themed channel name. You know, don't get me wrong. I plan on getting me a Hawk hater jersey. You know, before the season starts. Don't get it twisted.
Man, I love that identity because it's like, you know, you represent that. When somebody says Seahawks, what triggers in our head? But what fucks with a lot of people, especially the Raiders, right? It ain't the same no more when a Raider come on here and say this, say that. All you got to be like, man, y'all ain't even out here no more. That's old. That's y'all washed. Bye. So when you say that to a Seahawks fan, it's the same shit almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
you know what? The more I think about it, the more I loved being at that game when we evicted them hoes right out the Bay Area.
Oh yeah. I remember.
Fucking McCarver out here pointing out fake Raider jerseys in the parking lot, laughing at dudes.
I never put that footage out, huh?
They had that Walmart fucking Raider jersey.
I remember.
I gotta get.
But they didn't even show up either. You know, they didn't. I
gotta get my boy. I gotta get my boy Frisco Fitted to put out the video me and him made. It was right after we drafted Crabtree, and me and him went into the Raider image store in Arden Mall in Sacramento. And me and him went in there, and we went into the Raider image store, and we were trolling the employee that worked there. And we were asking him, like, hey, do you guys drop the price of Darius Hayward Bay jerseys every time he drops a pass? Like, you know, we were talking hell shit. It was funny.
That's what, you know what, I miss that. I miss that type of just humor about football on YouTube.
We was talking so much shit to them Raider fans walking out the stadium that night. Not one of them said a word back. It was hilarious.
No, I have a video. I had when we was actually walking, we was getting ready to walk in the stadium. I don't know if you remember, but it was this dude. He was just going in, man. He was going in. But the Raider fans, you know what? The Raider fans that were at that game, the last battle with the Bay, and I'm still just shocked that they just didn't show up.
Right.
Those fans, those weren't the ones though. You know, those weren't the ones that be at the tailgates day in, day out. Because if they were there, it'd have been totally. They just didn't show up, man. They weren't there. I knew it right away.
No, they were sad because they were leaving the Bay.
And some of them might have been, but it wasn't the ones that was gonna stick their neck out and talk that shit. They weren't there. It was just like I've never heard Raider fans so quiet like that. You know,
but with the move to Levi's, you've lost a lot of the Niner fans that were like that too. And I think you priced out. A lot of people got priced out moving to Levi's.
I passed that exit. I passed it yesterday. I drove over there one time. I don't know if anybody's going over there, man, but it's just sad, man.
Yeah, they still ain't done shit to it
over there. It's just a bunch of. It's like it's like what do they call it? Skid Row. It's like Skid Row over there now. Mm-hmm. It's sad. It's sad, man. Again, ownership is not really considering what the fuck is going on, like what the fans really want. If they really just would have flipped candlestick, because that's the same design that was supposed to go with candlestick. They would have just at least did something, kept it in the same spot. Man, you wouldn't have been able to tell me nothing, man. Right. It's just, man, even the fucking, and I go as far as this, it's crazy. I don't eat meat anymore, but just the hot dogs that they sold after the games, all of a sudden, they just don't taste the same no more.
Nah. The garlic fries aren't the same.
And I'm not talking about at the concession stand. I'm talking about when you walk into your car and the Mexican is out there selling them. Yep. It's not the same no more. It was some of it just over there. It was just, man, it was home. Shit.
Yep.
I don't know, man. It's weak, but we gotta. I don't know, man. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is.
You gonna be at any games this year, McCarver?
I don't know. That I don't know because my son's schedule. We don't have like a list. We may have a certain date when we're flying out, but we don't have a set schedule to when things are going to happen. Like this upcoming weekend, we didn't know we was playing this weekend, but it's shit. They'll be like, hey, we're playing in Rockland this weekend, and it's local, and he's in 5th grade, but they're going against 7th graders to try to warm up to go to Anaheim and stuff. And this is not a regular team. This is playing for Paul George Elite. And everybody just don't play for that team right there. We just did the main circuit, and we whooped everybody from North to Southern California like it's done, even the top Vegas team. So now we got to go to Kansas. We got to go over there. Then we got to go to Florida. It's one of those teams. So we just never know. And so it's like, but I did say, JD, if you probably didn't hear, Trinity, my daughter, she actually tried out for the Gold Rush because she's been wanting to do that for years. And I really honestly think, and I'm not being a biased dad, but she's been doing this all her life. She's been dancing, she's been cheerleading, and when I seen what she did, I said, you look like one of them Gold Rush girls. So they have a lot of advantages to like, all right, come here, come there. And I have to always plan ahead. You know what I mean? So if it falls on a weekend where nothing is going on, and it's very rare when that happens, because when I get a weekend like that, that's when I say, okay, I can cut the grass. I can do laundry. I can do that. I never get to be at home anymore. That's what fucking sucks about this whole thing. I just be like, I wish I could just win the lotto and knock this shit out during the week, and then I can go back to games and do this. I know this ain't gonna last forever either, but shit, man, we in this shit right now, man. This shit is lovely. You know.
Yeah, you've been in it for like 2-3 years now, all the time.
Yeah, it's he got it. He actually got it, and I'm like, damn, you know. He and the trip is too. He wants to play football too, and I told him, I said, look, let's go flag first and see what you do. When he started flag football, at first he was, even though there's no contact, he was scared of the possible contact.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you gotta get over that shit. You know, you gotta stop slowing down every time you get close. But he did, and he just became a baller. He was catching with his hands and shit. And he has
don't be a Brandon Lloyd.
Right. He has
don't be dissing my dog Brandon Lloyd like that. Come on, that's my boy.
Oh shit. Damn, that was 9. What time is it? That was only a few minutes.
9:22.
No, Cartman 11:38. You and the Cowboys will forever be stuck on 5 rings. Just deal with it. He must be talking to Simon's. I don't know if Simon but I mean, man, I don't know what we should have had something by now, and I'm talking about a ring by now with this regime right here. We should have had something.
We should have had 2 or 3.
Man, at least should have had more than that.
I mean, we were the better team in all 3 of those Super Bowl losses. So
I bet you one thing though, at least we didn't go out like fucking Kansas City did.
And McCarver.
Yeah.
Got a little bone to pick with you. It's before you open this up for people to come in when you was talking about Jim Harbaugh. Look, the man was a good coach, but if he was smart, you don't let Kaepernick throw the ball to shitbag Crabtree 4 goddamn times when you got a Hall of Fame running back standing right behind you.
That's true. And you know what?
God
Harbaugh went in and got a hard on for that. But I give him credit for coming in and turning the team around, making the team good enough to compete just the way he did.
He can turn anything he wants around. When you disrespect my man Frank Gore like that, fuck you.
Right. Y'all know that. Yeah. Yeah, right.
And I can even accept throwing the ball to Crabtree, and that wasn't the right call. But what I'm saying is, I can accept throwing the ball to Crabtree if you feel like that's where you have the advantage. But why are you throwing fade routes to Crabtree? That was never his expertise. That was never his strength in his game. Like, what are you doing?
That might have been a Kaepernick thing. I'm not making excuses for the man, but what I'm saying is, when somebody comes in and makes things work, when you can say this player has skills, okay, we're gonna work to the best of your advantages, which in that situation, obviously not. But you can't get rid of what works right away, unless you have a backup plan. And they didn't have a backup plan. It was
they did. Oh, you mean after Harbaugh? Yeah, no.
No, that's what I mean. If you come here, I commend him for coming in and saying, okay, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna work to your strengths and work to your negatives. But hey, that was a good error, man. I mean,
and I know a lot of that play.
Wait. Hey, Vet, was that Harbaugh or was that your fat friend?
Man, fuck that fat donut eating piece of shit.
That was him, man. That wasn't Harbaugh. That was your fat friend, dude.
Fuck Greg Roman's fat ass.
Yeah,
that's probably you.
But he's with the Chargers too, right?
I think so, man. That motherfucker's so fat he snores himself awake and gets up and eats some donuts and goes right back to sleep.
Nah, I think Harbaugh. I mean, they must.
Old fat bitch.
Or something, man. So, what is his name?
Oh, Greg Roman.
Greg Roman. Yes. That was a Greg Roman call.
Right. But Frank had also just ripped off a long run to get down there, so he was winded. And that's why they gave a carry to Michael James. Like, why not call it a design run for Cap? Like,
right. At least that. I don't know.
I get it. I get it. Gore might have been a little bit winded, But y'all know how Frank was. He would have gotten that ball across that goddamn goal line.
He would have got there. I agree with that. I totally agree.
Wait, you give him the ball 3 times inside the 5-yard line? Nah, the tank is scoring.
I don't know. Nobody's ever
Frank,
asked the question, what happened? Why'd I do this? Why'd I do that? At least not to our concern. But when you talk about the Seahawks against the Patriots and they didn't give the ball to Marshawn Lynch. Yeah. Like,
no, I love that one.
Is there politics? There's politics in here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And that, you know what? That really hasn't been talked about. It could have been that maybe they wanted to make Cap the star, and then they said, okay, we need Cap to throw this with his arm so that we can solidify him and make him the guy. Maybe there was some of that going on. That's actually never even crossed my mind until now.
And maybe why Harbaugh
that might have been part of it.
Trent Baalke.
Oh, I'm Trent Baalke. I only draft players that have a torn ACL.
He just got fired too.
I just got fired from Jacksonville.
He did sound like he swallowed like 3 cigarettes. That was still lit.
That was still lit.
Still lit. Yeah, they not put out. Yeah, it's burning. But and I think that's a conflict with York's decision making now. He don't know what the fuck he's doing, but he lost what 30%, 40% of his hair right here from all that. I mean, it's clear up there, a fucking bald spot from making such a fucked up decision. I don't, you can't just do that right away. You got to have a backup plan at least if you want to get rid. But if you're winning, I know it was a fucked up year that year, but it's like, I don't know, man. That's just But I did hear, like I said last week, Desmond said he told me something about Harbaugh that we've never heard before as a coach in the locker room. And I was like, damn, we've heard that when he went to Candlestick, he took all the alumni shit out the locker room and put it down. He said he was just a weird guy. Nobody could relate to him, get to him. And you do have to have that chemistry. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I heard that Eddie D is thinking about getting into the sports owning game again.
If so, and I tend to say this because we don't know what happened. I mean, we know what happened, but we don't know.
No. What it is I guess the Tampa Bay the Major League Baseball came to him and some other billionaires out there in Florida with a proposition to buy the Tampa Bay Rays.
Mm-hmm. So maybe it was just pertaining to football. Maybe.
Yeah, he won't own another football team. They ain't gonna let that happen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, maybe it's just football. He can't.
Well, I don't know if that's true because I remember one Monday night game, I think it was in the Harbaugh era, and they was interviewing Eddie D and stuff like that, and the question came up about him buying back the 49ers, and he said back then he was thinking about it, but just decided not to. I'm like, come on, man.
I don't know
Eddie D back.
Because Jed is the nephew, but he's clearly like not giving him any advice. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You can see that clear as day.
It's just I don't know what's going on. But at the end of the day, like I said, that's why we just gotta continue just to hope for the best because we don't know what the fuck's going on. I would love to come out and say what y'all doing because all right now is just speculations. You should have kept him. You should pick him up. You should get him, but we get him and we don't know how it's gonna work out. We don't know what kind of plays you're gonna run. Simus, what's going on with Trey Lance? He ain't here no more. I think he left. But
Trey Lance is a free agent.
It's like You know what I heard? I heard a Cowboy fan tell me they picked Trey Lance up because they wanted to know how to beat us, and I was like, he didn't know enough or have enough to know how to beat us, so that doesn't make sense to me, you know. But what was the plan? You're like, why did y'all? I don't know. Then they went off to say, you know, the Cowboys just like the mixed breed quarterbacks. You know, yeah. I don't, you know, it's like because I guess that would make sense more than anything else. But it's like,
so basically,
that's like Jerry getting the best of both worlds, right?
Right. You know, you already know, like, I can't go wrong. You know.
So basically, what you're saying is, if a brother plays quarterback in Dallas, he got to have some white in him.
Got to be enough. Yep. Got to be enough. Right? You can't.
Damn.
Yeah. That's
we seen them pictures of Jerry Jones. We know. You know.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I don't know. That could be some truth to it, but we don't know, man. I don't know, man. Just when people make moves, I feel like, what the hell's going on here? And at the end of the day,
I'm just chilling, and I'm not even going to get over emotional about this offseason. I'm going to see how it plays out at the draft, and then go from there.
Yeah.
Only thing I've gotten overly emotional about was the Greenlaw move. That shit hurt me, dude. That shit hurt me.
Yeah, that one sucked.
It's an impact. It's an impact.
That one does, but I mean, if you look at some of these goddamn contracts, our older our players that got let go got. Who in the fuck in their right mind told the general manager in Green Bay to pay Aaron Banks $77 million?
Right. They'll find out.
And then Kansas City's paying Jalen Moore to be the starting left tackle.
Yeah.
Why didn't nobody want to pick up Jake Moody?
Really? You asking that question? For real?
What I don't get is why they're overhauling every single person in the special teams except for Jake Moody. Like, the obvious one is the one you're not doing. I don't get it. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
That's my only point. Like, we don't know what. Can you please let us know what's going on? I don't give a fuck if he was a first round. You gotta go. Fuck that.
I don't think I've ever been so pissed off as I was the night of that draft when I saw them take a kicker in the top 100. I'm like, what in the fuck are y'all doing? Are you fucking serious?
They had three third rounders right there. And
I don't give a shit.
But I'm saying, like, they felt like they had one that they could just, throw it at the wall and see if it stuck.
That's what they were thinking.
And all the reports were that the Patriots, they picked like 10 picks later at the top of the fourth, and they were going to take Moody if the Niners didn't. So the Niners said, okay, we need a kicker. Let's go get him. So it was a stupid move, but I understand why they made it at the time.
We got 3 third rounders again. I hope we don't I think we got 3 third rounders again this year. I hope we don't fucking just throw one of those at the wall.
Now, I think this is the obvious answer in the comment section by Namor. He says all these players being released are needed to get Brock his new contract. That might
No, they're not.
Yeah. I mean, what I think is the obvious one that would make sense to everybody, but we still got to get back and say, I think you said that they're going to end up paying him what? 50 or 55?
I'm thinking it's going to be between 55 and 60.
And that's only because that's where the market is, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm not saying that's what I would pay him. I'm going off what I think they're going to do.
No, I know. That's what
I'm just making it clear for people in the chat.
Yeah. But no, that's the word though. That's what people are saying. It's like, but it's like I think they would have done it by now, but I still don't know what they're doing. I don't know.
They're doing what they always do. Pussyfoot around and fucking dick around until the last minute, and then make the deal then.
Yeah. Then it's too late.
We're not hearing anything about the George Kittle deal.
Right.
You know.
Right. Maybe they assume that George Kittle is just going to be here regardless. But
no, he won't be here regardless. He's on his last year.
yeah, they better take care of him.
But
I mean,
look. I'm now today. I just heard they're talking to Fred Warner now too.
Well, yeah, if they extend him, it'll free up more cap space. So that's part of it too.
Look, they extend him, Kittle, and Purdy. All of them are going to free up more cap space.
Yep. And I think they're doing that on purpose to give Purdy the majority of his deal this year in terms of, you know, the signing bonus and the big cap hit and all. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if they'll do a big cap hit this year. They normally don't like to do that shit.
But if they have all this cap space and they're not spending it, you know, maybe that's why. We'll see.
It's almost like they got a new consultant in that was telling them, look, do this year. I don't know.
So how about them Giants are going to be collecting all kinds of dubs now with the motherfucker Jameis Winston.
Yeah. They better watch out. That dude's going to be in all the bodegas in New York, man.
Eating up all
He's
their
gonna be
crab.
like, yo, I want it the Aki way. The Aki way, man. You know.
Hey, Namar said Brock was making practice team money. Now he's going to be paid as a top 10 QB. The cap hit is going to be wild. I mean, do y'all think Brock is? Do y'all think Brock is like, look, I deserve this? Obviously, his agent is, but do you think Brock is?
Okay, look. Everybody basically bases these extensions off numbers and production and stuff like that. Go look at Brock's numbers since he started. He's in the top 5 in almost every metric.
Numbers.
Plus, the man's already been to, 2 NFC title games in the Super Bowl?
Yeah. That's just the way it is now, huh?
I take it you're very pro Brock Purdy, right, Vet?
Well, I'm just saying that if that's how they're basing this contract, then yeah, they're going to pay him as a top 10, top 5 quarterback.
Well, and another part of it too that a lot of people aren't mentioning, the NFL Players Association isn't going to let Brock Purdy take less. The more these quarterbacks progress these deals and push them up higher and more expensive, it just helps the next guy get the next deal that's higher and higher. So if Brock Purdy taking less would hurt the NFL Players Association and it would piss them off. So they're not going to let him take less.
And it also helps.
Good point.
It also helps for quarterbacks that end up getting franchise tagged, because this year, if a quarterback got tagged, he'd be making like $41.5 million.
Right. So Purdy's gonna get the money because not because he deserves it, because he doesn't deserve elite money. Just my opinion. He's not. He doesn't deserve the same kind of money that guys like Burrow and Josh Allen get. He just doesn't. But the NFL Players Association and just the market and just how things go, he's going to get that, that top of the line kind of money, even though he shouldn't.
I get that. I'm not saying he deserves Burrow and Allen money, but when you do look at these quarterbacks that are making a lot of money, I'd definitely pay him Tua money. I'd pay him fucking Whack Prescott money. He's better than both those dudes.
Right.
Yeah.
49er Tone in the house. What up, Tone?
What up, Tone?
But I don't think the Niners are going to hit that 60 million mark like Dak is making. That's why I'm saying I think it'll be between 55 and 60, probably like 56, 57.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to say based on that when people say, oh, Brock shouldn't be getting this, I'm going to just say, well, he ain't no Dak Prescott. So I'm just saying, fuck it.
I see that the dude in your chat, Namor, he says Brock Purdy has been more successful in the NFL than Allen and Burrow combined. No, the 49ers have been more successful than their teams. You can't compare Purdy to those guys, man.
Dude, Allen's coming off an MVP season.
Mm-hmm. You need,
I mean, take the red and gold glasses off, man. Like, be real about it. Like, Purdy's good. He's not elite. If it's raining outside and you have to worry about your quarterback, he ain't elite, dog. Like, come on.
And I think that really comes from, like I said before, when you haven't had a certain type of quarterback in a while, and then you have somebody who's in that position and we're making moves, then it's like, oh my God. But it's like, got to look at everything.
Hey.
You got to look at everything. I mean, shit.
But according to Parks, he calls Purdy Brock Garoppolo.
Where Parks at?
He's better than Garoppolo. He's better than Garoppolo.
Parks, bring your ass in here, dude. He
calls him Brock Garoppolo.
Oh shit! Well, he knows Parks well, don't he?
Hey, Parks is just happy that they drafted a white quarterback last year. That's all he cares about. That's what I'm saying.
Parks is the one that had Jimmy Garoppolo poster with his shirt off in his room, and then he quickly turned the camera off. I remember that.
Oh shit!
But the whole Brock Purdy thing versus guys like Josh Allen, Joe Burrow. Look what Josh Allen did this year after they got rid of Stephon Diggs, and he had a bunch of number 3 receivers that he played with this year, and he put up MVP numbers without a number 1, really without even a true number 2. I guess you could say Amari Cooper, but Cooper didn't even fit in when he got there. So, and you look at what Brock Purdy did last year with the Niners with a depleted roster. Come on, it's night and day. Like, put Josh Allen or Joe Burrow on this team, they're not losing. Like, come on.
True.
Man, that fucking Bills game last season, that fucking pissed. Oh my God. Shit. Sorry. Oh, I had a flash.
No, hey. He said I had a flashback.
That shit pissed me the fuck off, man. It was clear. I haven't seen I haven't seen Joe in a long time. So Joe was hosting something at his house. He has this big projector screen in his driveway, and it's just live out there. Haven't seen it.
When was this?
It happened. I was like, God damn, you know.
Oh, what for the Super Bowl?
No, the Bills game.
Oh, gotcha.
That fucking snowstorm, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is, but it's just flashback. But Brock Purdy.
This dude in the comments, man. Brock Purdy is 4-2 in the playoffs with a Super Bowl appearance. Josh Allen is like 7-6 with 0 Super Bowl appearances. No, replace the names Brock Purdy and Josh Allen with the 49ers and the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if we had Josh Allen, we'd be the first team to 3-peat in the Super Bowl. Shut your ass up. You're a Raider fan. And my coworker. You can't be talking. You're a Raider fan.
Yeah.
You
gotta say Las Vegas Raiders fan. He's a Las Vegas Raider.
He gets to enjoy Pete Carroll chewing his gum on the sideline this year. Fuck that.
Fucking Pete Carroll and Harbaugh going at it again. Ain't that some shit?
With Chip Kelly is the OC.
That boy loves some Chip Kelly.
No, man. I don't.
No, not you. Harbaugh.
Oh.
Harbaugh. He loves him.
Pete Carroll's got Chip Kelly as the OC.
Oh, shit. I'm tripping. I thought he was over at San Diego.
No. He's the OC for the Raiders.
No. You see, I'm getting the two fat fucks confused. I'm thinking of
you mixing up fat people. That's okay. It happens. All fat people look the same.
I didn't know he had his ass over there. What kind of ties is that? Because
Chip Kelly left Ohio. Yeah, Chip Kelly left Ohio State.
The Ducks, right?
Yup.
What's funny too is you see Raiders fans hyping up that they signed Raheem Mostert recently too, and that's pretty funny to me.
Ain't Mostert like 33 years old now?
Yeah.
You know why though? That's that whole 49er shit. They remember the names. They remember they remember that. And
he's fast, he's good, he's all that until he gets tackled once or twice, and then he's out for the year. So
hey, he can surf though. That nigga can surf.
Yeah, he can surf. He can surf. I don't know if they got any beaches in Vegas, but he can surf though. I don't know.
Yeah. You know what? I think see, this is what I was talking about this Brock Purdy thing though, man. I think it's just you got to see it for what it is. When we don't have a quarterback for a long time that's productive, then they're the king. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I like Purdy, man. Like, I'm not some Purdy hater. I like Purdy.
No, I'm not either.
He's not worth what he's gonna get paid. And
he's gonna get paid. He's gonna get paid. It's just I think people is just, the Josh Allen career quarterback rating 93.4, Brock Purdy career for
God damn,
and let me say this too. I want him to go out this year and prove me wrong and make me look stupid. Please do, Brock. Like I welcome you to make me look like, but
that's all I was saying too. If he get his money, then say, hey, go out there and ball. Do it. Hope you've been working this off season. And this whole Mac Jones things to come over. You got to know that even though they're saying he's not here to take your spot or whatever, that should have some type of say, hey, I'm not going to let this guy, Mac Jones, come take my spot,
This dude in your chat is putting up every single stat that he can find on Wikipedia and ESPN and all that shit. Hey, you can read all the stats you want. I watch the games. Like, right. if you really think Purdy's better than Josh Allen, put the crack pipe down. Like, come on.
Yeah, you smoking dope. Josh Allen's that dude.
Josh Allen is, man, it's internal, man. You can tell. It's just in his blood.
Brock Purdy hasn't done nothing but win. Did he win last year?
And that's why you said, who did he have and who did Josh Allen have on his team? It's a difference. Josh Allen gonna get it done. If he got to run that shit and knock some, he gonna do it. But hopefully, I'm hoping for the best. I'm just saying, Brock gonna get his money, and if that's what they're trying to do, is pay this man and save some money, then come out and say it. That's my thing. That's my thing. I'm not saying that has to be everybody else's thing.
I will say I expect Brock to bounce back in a big way. I think a lot of last year was him pressing because he knew it was his contract year and he was playing for that big money deal. And so I think he felt a lot of that pressure. And I think that was a big part of what he did last year. I think you're going to see actually a much better Brock Purdy this year. Again, I like Brock, but it's kind of clear and obvious to me, like who Brock Purdy is in comparison to, the top tier guys. Like, there's nothing wrong with Brock Purdy not being as good as those guys. That's fine. We can win with Brock Purdy. We've seen that, but he's not Josh Allen. He's not Patrick Mahomes. He's not Joe Burrow. I'm not even a Lamar Jackson fan, but he ain't Lamar Jackson.
He just put a comment. He just put a comment in there for you.
He said, "Put down the Kool-Aid," but this dude's hyping up Brock Purdy in the same category as Josh Allen. Who's the one drinking the Kool-Aid? Come on.
Hey, you know what, man? I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Not being on here for a while, I miss shit like that too, man. Because you're not gonna get the same opinion, and that's all right, And this is cool, but we can't take this off-season shit for face value. I'm all about whatever move y'all make, it better be the right move. I just want to see the wins when the game starts. We can pick whoever, draft whoever, but y'all gonna treat them right. Y'all gonna, let's do this. It's funny though, man. He's, you're right. Brock is definitely not Josh Allen. Brock is a winner.
Jesus.
It's all good.
It whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. Can't fix stupid. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Okay. You know what makes sense, JD? I would like to ask him, right? Like, who was your guy before Brock Purdy? You know, because to some people, if that's all you know, that's all it's gonna be. I can see that. I'm trying to like cover up for the guy, but
and
like,
there's a lot of fans that are that way. Like, oh,
yeah,
I love Jimmy G. Oh, I love Colin Kaepernick. Like, oh, Alex Smith was great. Like,
no, he wasn't.
Come on, like I see what you're saying. You know, yeah, he was probably hyping up like Chris Winkie and Troy Smith and shit too.
Jim Drunkenmiller.
But this is what I'm saying. It's like when you
JT O'Sullivan.
When you go a long time without something, then it's like,
David Carr.
And then the story, they blew up the story about how he is the last draft pick, and that is an amazing story. Don't get me wrong, but it's like nobody else has that. It's like that doesn't mean that that's the guy. But to your point, JD, that makes I never looked at it that way. It's like it was the year he was trying to really like fight for his contract and stuff, and that makes sense to me. He was overdoing stuff, trying instead of just relaxing, playing this game, following his instincts. You know,
and also on top of it, I think too, because of all the injuries, he probably also felt like he had to take more of the game into his own hands.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and he was running for his life behind a patchwork O-line. He didn't have his check down in McCaffrey for the majority of the season. So there were a lot of things that didn't go Brock Purdy's way last year. But at the same time, if you need everything to be perfect for Brock Purdy to play well, that tells you what you need to know about Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
Right. And then that goes to say, like, everything needs to be perfect when we go to the Super Bowl.
And I feel that way. Quite frankly, I feel that way about Kyle Shanahan. Me and 49er Tone have had this conversation a million times, and he agrees with me. Why does Kyle Shanahan need the best roster in the entire NFL? He basically needs the entire NFC Pro Bowl squad to function. Why is that? Like, coach. Don't worry about your scheme and all the little cute plays that you draw up all the time. Coach the damn team. Get guys to be at their strengths. Coach them up to their strengths. Don't worry about your cute little plays that you wrote on the napkin when you were out at dinner. Like, you know, you got to coach.
I am 40. Joe Montana and Steve Young are my guys. Okay. I want to know what he thinks about Tom Brady.
Watch him say system QB.
Hey, hang on. You mean the second greatest quarterback to ever live?
Overplayed his role last season. I would not disagree. I believe Kyle is the problem. You know what sucks too? It's like I don't know. Are we? I think we were at some point. We were really as the faithful. We didn't know what the fuck was going on with Kyle, and was like, are they going to get rid of Kyle? And I kept saying, you can't get rid of anybody if you don't have a replacement. So don't even talk that way. Like, why are you?
They weren't getting rid of Kyle. They're not going to get rid of Kyle this year if they have another bad season.
No, they're not.
Tom won everywhere he went in the NFL.
And yet he's still the second greatest quarterback ever. And I'll die on that hill. Joe is always going to be number one.
Yes. And to my argument, Tom Brady wouldn't have been able to play in the 90s like that and still win all them damn games and get hit the way these people
hell no.
hit. So I don't want to hear that. You cold. Or whatever. Yeah, so but I mean, hey, shit. The man made it work, you know. So can't take that away from Tom Brady. Parks, if you're listening, you don't have to tear that poster down with his shirt off either. Tom
Parks,
Brady.
if you listen in Tom Brady's number 2, not 1, 2.
Don't get him started, man. He
and Tom Brady could take all them rings he's got, lube them motherfuckers up and shove them up his own ass. I don't give 2 fucks about his rings. Fuck him and his rings.
But Tom Brady got more.
I don't give a fuck.
You know, when the last time Niners won? Tom Brady's still relevant. You know. Yeah, I remember all that shit. Damn right, cool, Joe. But it's this year, man. Our division. Let's talk about our division real quick.
What about it?
Touched on this. Right, we did kind of touch on the Seahawks and their little fucking moves and shit. People say that we're trying to be like the Rams with getting rid of everybody.
No, we're not.
Relying on draft picks. We're
not because because look, a lot of people look at it as, oh well, the Rams did it with draft picks. I'm like, no, they didn't. Why do you think they had like 4 years where they didn't have fucking draft picks in the first 2 rounds? Because they traded for every goddamn buddy.
They had money issues too.
But they're talking about how the 2 years after the Super Bowl, they kind of started to go with the draft and cut guys and rebuild through the draft, those 2 years after. And then now they are where they are because of their young talent that they've drafted. Their defensive line is ridiculous that they've gotten in the last couple drafts.
Yeah. Okay. I think it is really though. That was something I heard, but I think it's just people trying to make sense of everything.
Right.
Oh, that's
it
all.
Is. And Arizona, they still suck. They're always gonna suck.
Yeah. You know what, man?
You can't tell me that they have a plan, them being the 49ers, if they just lost Dre Greenlaw and you heard that they were like freaking out when he signed with Denver and they were still trying to get him back after he agreed with Denver. So whatever their plan was, it's not working. It didn't go the way that they wanted. So their plan is full of shit. Like,
right. Yeah.
I don't know.
It is annoying to have a little fucking leprechaun still be beating us. I can't. I just want to smack him like real good. One good time. Just one good time.
Who are you talking about?
Kyle Murray.
Oh, yeah.
I just
if you want to smack him up, just hop on PlayStation. I'm sure he's playing Call of Duty right now. You can get into a lobby. I'm sure he's on right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course. 49 tone. I'm glad Kyle's seat is getting a little warmer. Kyle does not deserve to be fired, but glad Jed is pissed off now. Hope it puts a little pressure on him. Kyle is a great OC, but as a head coach, he's good. Even to that point, I think Kyle, when they say Kyle is an offensive genius, I think he's a genius as far as creating good plays, but when he actually executes them is the question. He can draw some shit up, but it's like, are you doing it at the right time? Or are you drawing it? You know what I mean? That's what I think of Kyle when it comes to when people say that. But that's
that's the thing that pisses me off about them bringing back Kyle Juszczyk. I thought we were going to evolve and go into more 12 personnel when they signed Luke Farrell, which that's a whole nother topic with Farrell, but they cut Juice. They brought in Luke Farrell. I said, okay, maybe Kyle's evolving. Maybe we're going to get rid of the fullback and actually play football that's, being played in 2025 instead of 1995 like we are.
Right.
But, he re-signed Juice, and you're going to see a lot of the same stuff. Kyle's not going to evolve. As much as we all want him to, he's not going to evolve.
Right. Kyle Juszczyk was obviously back because obviously Kyle wants to still utilize him as a blocker, of course.
But the whole Kyle Juszczyk thing, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No. I'm just saying I like when he actually out the blue uses him for a play up the sideline. I mean, that's good.
Yeah.
But it's like you don't use him enough to say I want to bring him back either. So I don't.
I mean, I put out a video on the whole Juszczyk thing and why I said the Niners were wrong for bringing him back. Last year, Juszczyk only played 50% of the offensive snaps for the 49ers offense last year. And in those 50% of plays that he played, only 20% of the time he was in the backfield as a fullback. Then he had another huge chunk where he was an inline tight end. Those snaps were gone because they brought in Luke Farrell. So now what are you saying? You brought back Kyle Juszczyk to only play 20% of the time? Is that what we're doing?
Right.
Right. And then if we draft a tight end, he'll play even less than that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's we brought in Farrell, so he's already going to play less than that. You know, and they paid Farrell 3 years, $20 million. Like, so he's going to play. He better play. Shit.
Yeah.
For that much money.
And that brings me back to the first question. What is the plan? What is going on?
The plan is to go to Cabo after the season. That's the plan. Cabo on 3. 1, 2, 3, Cabo. That's why
they brought Juice back. He's part of the Cabo boys.
Was it Kittle's wife that said, I want my friend around? Was it
George Kittle saying, hey, you guys want me to sign this contract? Bring back my boy.
Right. You got to look outside the box sometimes, because sometimes this outside stuff might be a point. They can't talk about it because it ain't football related, but
the Cabo clique is undefeated, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, right. What do y'all think? What do y'all think is the future for? I mean, he's still here, but what do you think is the future for Nick Bosa as far as production? Is it he needs help?
I mean,
he's older.
Right now, you're going to have 5 offensive linemen just blocking Bosa and not worried about anybody else because we don't have anybody else.
Right.
So,
right.
You know, talk to me after the draft and after we, form a defensive line because we don't have one right now.
Exactly.
Is Salami Thomas still in the league?
Yeah. I think he just signed with the Cowboys.
Yeah, he did. Solomon Thomas is with the Cowgirls.
Shout out to you, Simons. I'm proud of y'all, man. Y'all got a magnificent player.
At Solomon Thomas's fucking signing, they handed him a tampon, said, "Put that in your pussy and go put the star on your head."
Oh man. You know what's I don't know. Damn. And I don't think that's going to be one. You know how usually sometimes the case is when people leave, they go somewhere else, they're going to be productive. It's like, I didn't even hear about that guy's name anymore. I didn't even know what's that linebacker's name we had. He was with the Broncos. Is he still with the Broncos? Michael Wilhoit, right?
Yeah. He just got in trouble.
No, he was still in the league.
I think he just got in trouble.
I don't know. I didn't even know he was in the league either.
Yeah, so I don't know. But these people still look, as an athlete, if I was one of these guys, I'd just be happy to get a goddamn paycheck at the end of the day. And we get so worked on why you picking this guy up, get the shit done. It's just driving me nuts, man.
Here's a topic. I got a topic. So how do you think Jed York's penny pinching is affecting the locker room? I'm probably gonna make a video on this, but
it's fucked. I think it's fucked up.
What they're doing right now, it's got to piss off a lot of guys. Look at I'm gonna go by a few different players and how what they're doing is probably pissing these guys off. George Kittle, they cut Kyle Juszczyk, so George Kittle, he was pissed. Right. And then they bring back Juice. So, okay, George Kittle feels a little bit better. But then at the same time, they let Dre Greenlaw go. So Fred Warner's pissed off. Fred Warner's got to be saying, oh, you bring back Juice, who plays fullback 20% of the time, but you won't bring back my boy Greenlaw? And then Nick Bosa. Oh, it was a done deal. They're getting Joey Bosa, right? Oh, but they didn't want to pay an extra $3-4 million for Joey Bosa, but they'll bring back Juice. So How do you think what they're doing in terms of penny pinching and bringing back the Cabo Click guys is going to affect the locker room when you have Fred Warner going, what about Dre? You have Nick Bosa going, well, what about my brother? I don't know.
I think when you do that, you do have to, when you actually do that, you have to come out and say it, and you do have to get rid of people to start over. But that might be the information that we don't know of to why some of these other players have left, because they're voicing their opinions and they're like, nah, well, we don't want to hear it. Bounce, get out of here.
It's not just bringing back Juice that's the problem. They have like $50 million in cap space and they don't want to touch it. So how can you tell these veteran players, the Trent Williams of the world, the George Kittles of the world, Christian McCaffrey, Fred Warner, Nick Bosa, all these guys, how can you tell them, yeah, we're going to go all in, we want to play for a Super Bowl this year, but you're sitting on $50 million in cap space that you're not going to touch?
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
I think we will most definitely see it out of their performance and their whole attitude, but they got to be pissed about it. Unless there is some type of logical plan, which I can't think of. Even if you want to go all young and start over, these people that are still here don't want to hear that shit. They want to go out and win.
I mean, Trent Williams is getting beat the fuck up the last few years, and he was dealing with, a tragedy of his own last year, just like Charvarius Ward. And Trent Williams is coming back this year. But if I'm Trent Williams, like, do you want to go through a fucking rebuild? I don't. If I'm Trent Williams, like, why are we not spending? What the fuck are we doing? Like,
yeah, Trent. If I'm Trent Williams with this shit going on at this point, I'm like, look, they gonna give me another check. I'm gonna go out there. Oh, my foot hurt. I ain't playing for a few games. You got fuck it. But that's not gonna get you a winning team. So. That's why I always, what's the plan, y'all? I hope everybody knows in the locker room.
I don't think anybody knows right now.
Yeah, they can't know. And to the people that like Jordan Mason, he probably was like, I'm glad I left because they don't know what the fuck they doing.
I mean, but according to John Lynch, they got a plan. They're executing it, and we have a bunch of picks in the draft.
Real quick.
That's basically what John Lynch said.
The Namor in the chat, I want to address this. I didn't see it till now. He says, I get the Juice release and sign back. It was a cap move. The Niners saved money this way. They saved $600,000 in cash, not cap space. They actually double charged themselves against the cap for Kyle Juszczyk because when they cut him, they had to absorb all the dead money that came with it. Then they brought him back on top of that. So you build yourself twice for a fullback in 2025. That's a fireable offense. I'm sorry. That's fucking retarded.
Right. Then he said Dre Greenlaw was the heart of the defense.
He was.
Well, he was. I mean, if he hadn't got hurt, we win that Super Bowl.
That was a fucked up way to get hurt, too. How do you get hurt just... I don't know.
The Achilles just gave out.
Just running on the field. I like that. Just why couldn't just
it happened?
Just after the clock goes 0, fourth quarter, we won. You run out on the field and then you hurt your Achilles. I would have been all right with that.
Yo, McCarver, I know you were talking about. I know you were talking about memorabilia, and we don't need to switch to memorabilia, but just while we're talking about Greenlaw, I want to show you what I bought this week. It should be coming in the mail next week. See if you can see it. I don't know if you can even see it all the way.
Oh, yeah. That's a picture of the hit he put on Seattle.
Yeah, it's a signed picture. It's a 16x20, autographed by Greenlaw, and I got that coming in the mail next week when the hit in Seattle.
Yeah, when he dropped that sorry ass tight end.
Jacob Hollister.
Tell me if I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure, like you say, you back on YouTube now, and especially when you get that, you're gonna present it, show it, and everything. Tell me if I'm wrong. Watch all these Seahawk fans start to bring up this old ass Richard Sherman Crabtree freaking picture.
Oh yeah, they will. You know it.
What about this one though? I mean, we don't care, right? But I guarantee you that's what they're gonna do. They don't have nothing else. Now, if I wanted to be an asshole as a Seahawk fan, I would also be like, well, we took the soul out of Vernon Davis too. And that did my thing about Vernon, I'm like, he went out like a sucker after you got hit like that, man. But watch for that, JD. They're gonna come with that Richard Sherman Crabtree shit. I already know.
Hey, I can't even lie. Vernon Davis started doing paintings and opening up Jamba Juices after Cam Chancellor did that shit.
Like,
sweet. He took Vernon's whole manhood.
Will somebody please do an interview with Singletary and just what is your whole idea of Vernon Davis now? Are you?
I want winner.
I know.
Vernon went from fighting Larry Allen in practice to fucking making smoothies and fucking painting pictures and being an actor and shit. Like,
right. Fucking Jamba Juice. That's true.
He did. He opened Jamba Juices. Like, I'm not bullshitting. He did.
No, he did. I know. And that fucking picture that he had with him holding that Lombardi with Broncos, it just don't. As if I was Vernon Davis, to me, that just wouldn't feel right.
You know who else got a ring with that Broncos team aside from Vernon?
Who?
Kyle Williams.
Oh yeah, that's right. He showed me.
Man, I could have gone the rest of my life without ever hearing that fucking name again.
Yeah, well,
raggedy motherfucker.
Yeah. Believe me, and I don't know. I don't know if I've told you the story, Vet. I know McCarver's heard me tell this story. I won't even tell the story. I'll just mention it that I sat next to Kyle Williams' family at the NFC Championship game.
Oh, they would have hated me if I was there. Woo!
McCarver's heard that story more than once.
I'd have been fighting somebody.
Yeah, I sat next to Kyle Williams' family at that fucking game. Like,
I couldn't have done it.
That was a sad day. Like, even when
I will not
got out of our seat to leave, it was just people just still.
I would not.
Like, bro, I was high fiving his little brother. Like,
I don't think I would shed a tear if one day randomly you just hear that Kyle Williams went and motherfucking offed himself.
Wow.
Fuck that guy. Fuck that
He's
piece
a
of
random.
shit.
Oh,
I'm glad you said it and not me, but I feel
If he Robert Williams himself, I'm cool with it.
Like that. That was like, and then you know what was funny is like every good play that he made, he felt like it was a makeup. Like after that, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, bitch, that wasn't no makeup.
World.
Hey, look though, we can get on Kyle Williams all we want, but what about that piece of shit number 11 that was 1 for 13 on third down?
Can we just not talk about that fucking game? Like I'm
Yeah, I'm good now. I'm good now. Shit.
Is Jaquaski Tart still in the league? Anyone?
Oh man, stop.
Last I heard, he was on Philly for like a day.
Oh shit! Hold on. Damn. My bad. I did
a couple of years ago.
Sound off.
Yeah, he didn't even make their final 53.
Yeah.
Sorry. Answer that question again, Jaquaski Tart.
I think he was on Philly for like a day. Like,
yep.
He went there, had a cheesesteak, and then they cut him.
That was kind of fucked up. What happens to these players? Like for real though. Like there's no reason why that should have been a drop. Like wide open, no pressure. You're not known for that. I just. That's funny. That should be a whole topic, and it's within itself. It's like past players who really disappointed, faithful. That's a topic right there.
You know what I've been looking for? We're talking about. We mentioned some memorabilia. I've been trying to find that Kyle Williams jersey since then. The game one. I've been trying to find that bitch.
You got to make one.
But I'm just saying, I want the game worn one, and I've been trying to find it. I don't even know if it exists. Kyle probably threw it away.
Man, you could create something. You could say, "Hey, on this day, I'm gonna be here with the Kyle Williams jersey. I'm inviting all the faithful." You know how packed that would be. Right. Everybody, they can put their spit on it and all this. 49er Tom said, "How about Ted Ginn being hurt as usual?" Yeah, hey, I tell you one thing about Ted Ginn. That's the last fucking time we had somebody take it all the way in for a touchdown.
Oh yeah, you mean on special teams? Yeah.
Yeah, this is the last time. I be wanting that so bad. We didn't have nobody that does that shit. You know, but yeah. Running like James and throwing fades to Crabtree is the biggest dump.
Yeah. We talked about that a minute ago, Tone. Yeah, that was retarded. Yeah. That was just.
Yeah. Was that, hey, Tone, was that Harbaugh? Or was it the chubby offensive coordinator call?
That was a fat donut eating slob.
Oh, man. Hey, JD, off. Yeah, it was Roman. Yeah, for sure. Then he went over with his brother for a while, too. Hey, JD, real quick, off topic. You remember Thundercat, right? Did you know he was from South Central LA?
No, I didn't know that.
I didn't know either. Yeah, he's from South Central. I'm like, damn, where are these people? And things have changed now. I guess I haven't heard anything from him, but I guess he's a big artist right now, like really big.
I mean, he should be. Like, come on.
Yeah, he should. Yeah. But Harbs wanted to die on that hill with him.
I haven't listened to that song in hella long. I'm gonna go listen to that shit when we get off.
No. Roman, why the Ravens couldn't get over the hump. Karma is real. What do they see in him as an offensive coordinator?
I mean, he creates some really great run games, but
yeah. But then now I keep pulling it out. Now you have a track record of not being successful. You know? I don't know. But it might be to my point. It's like you can't get rid of people until you have a backup plan, or I don't know. But so man, it shocked the hell out of me to hear. Vet, when did Saints Uptown stop having all of the I guess I don't know what the fuck they were called. Everybody get on Friday night.
Hangouts.
Yeah, hangouts. Yeah. When did that?
I might text them, but I ain't heard from Uptown in a couple years.
A couple? Damn, really?
Yeah, I might text. I might text his phone and see if he's doing all right. I haven't talked to him in a minute.
Yeah, that's really how long I haven't been here. He said,
Hey, Tone, Frisco's around. I've been seeing. He commented on one of my videos the other day. He's around.
Frisco.
Yeah, I'll be seeing Mr. Frisco on Twitter and shit.
Oh no, I think he talking about Frisco Fitted, right?
No, I think he's talking about Mr. Frisco.
Oh, Mr. Frisco.
Oh
yeah.
Mr. Frisco. Damn, I gotta hit him up because I be in sack all the damn time now, and I ain't talked to him in a while too. But I'm gonna tell y'all like this, and JD, you know too, man, it ain't nothing like watching the game with Mr. Frisco there.
I bet.
Nah,
I bet
it ain't.
Hey, I bet the best game to watch with Frisco is when we play Dallas.
Man, that's one thing that always tends to happen and falls in place in this household with my mother-in-law and brother-in-law and sister-in-law. It's always they come over here. Of course, they've been very quiet lately. They showing up after that. But
are they Dallas fans?
Oh, hell yeah. Matter of fact, there is a video. It's still up on my channel. when we were at a game in Levi's, we lost that game. But before the tailgate, me and Mr. Frisco, had my mother-in-law in there, and he was respectful, but he was still clowning, and it was still
fun. Damn.
Yeah. No, it's still on there. It's just I gotta see what's up with him though, too, because he had a lot of stuff going on as well, and I'm gonna call him. Man, hold on. I'm gonna call, see if he woke, and see if
the call is full right now.
Might or something.
Call his ass right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna call.
Get that. See if he's not too drunk to answer the phone.
Right. I'm gonna video call his ass. Let's see if he picks. Yeah, I ain't talked to these people in a while, man. I just been obsolete. I feel crazy about it. Also, I ain't talked to 49 cents. I don't know what's up with him.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him in a while.
Yeah.
I think he was doing videos last season.
He was. I just haven't talked to him in a while.
He didn't pick up, but I'll try again tomorrow. But it might be to what you're saying, though. That shit was crazy. I'm gonna tell on him a bit. It's cool, but when he was here last time, I mean, he must have went, I don't know, maybe a quarter of a mile away from the house, and then because it was after the game, so I was like, all right, I got to go over here. He's like, all right. And then, so everybody left, and then I'm changing and get ready to get everybody in the car, and then we leave. And then about a quarter mile up the road, right, his car on the side. And I'm like, I call him, hey, man, you all right? I'm like, yeah, I had to pull over. I was in Sacramento by now, but too much beer and stuff, but it was cool. He eventually made it home. He did the right thing, He's like, I'm cool. I just need to relax for a minute. So, but ain't nothing like the time when I lived in Fairfield, and I don't know how much Hennessy we went through. I think me and Tone had a big ass Costco bottle, and we went through that shit. And that was some fun times, man. That was some real fun times right there.
Was that the one where we made the video in the garage?
Yep, the same day.
Okay, I was there, and I rode with Frisco to your house for that.
Yeah, that was. Yeah. There's nothing, man. Those type of days got to come back. I don't care.
Yeah.
I think if the TTC, it's crazy. It's crazy to even say TTC. You can't come on here and say, oh, and I'm going to say it right now, but you can't say you faggot ass Seahawk fans.
Who can?
I mean, you can, but I'm saying as far as YouTube, they be like, oh, you can't say that nowadays.
Man.
But, no. There's some shit changing to where we can go back to talking like that now. Matter of fact.
Yeah,
I'm not going to get too much into it. But you know how things have changed a lot.
Yeah, it's called Donald Trump. That's the shit that's changing.
Yeah, it's like we can say what we want, but those days, man, it's just like I said, I do go back and watch some videos sometimes, and I think my best videos was just against the Seahawks. Period. Those were some of the best videos. I just going at them, and it just sucked so much when we have to sit there and fucking just crow to their ass.
Look, I don't care. All I care about is the best video I ever made was making motherfucking Hawksness get on camera and cry like a little fucking baby.
You really got under his skin. I've never. He got serious. You're talking about my eyes. Look, I go to work and I'm tired.
Yeah, because he got tired of me calling him a fucking meth head and having to go in his wife's purse to get his crack pipe.
This is my point. They couldn't hang. It's easy when their team was winning. Even Hawk, no, not Hawks Nest, 24/7 Seahawk. I didn't understand him at all. I just didn't.
Hey, McCarver, nowadays, if you look up Hawk's Nest on YouTube, it's a totally different Seahawk fan with his own podcast.
Yeah. Yep. I'm subscribed to that guy.
Yeah, he'd be having people like Norbcam on there and all kinds of shit.
Yep.
Oh, okay. And it's probably somebody who's always around in the chat.
You ever watch that guy Hawk Blogger and all his little co-hosts?
Oh man, him and Evan Hill and all those
yeah.
Man, fuck those retarded bastards.
Yeah, they're clowns.
Yeah.
Evan Hill says some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Yep.
Yeah. To each his own, man. To each his own. I do. Those are some fun days, man. There was some really fun days, man.
Like I said, we could still have a. Billy said this season he's bringing back the slaughterhouse during the season on Fridays so that we could just go in there and talk shit.
Yeah, but here's the key to that. We gotta have. I think we'll have the key people in like Simus.
Oh yeah, we'll have people come through.
Parks, right?
I was hoping Parks would jump in here tonight, but apparently he don't want to.
I think what happened is even when Simus, I mean, we were talking Niners, but I think when they popped on, if you don't scroll all the way up to see there's a link there, then it's like you see it's live. But
I think if you pin it, it stays at the top.
Yeah, let me do that.
But if Parks is still a crippled fuck, I was gonna make fun of him.
Damn, he crippled now. I did make fun of his ass because he was always snorting snot live, and I'm like, how you gonna work in the pharmacy? You got a fucking cold all the damn time.
I think he was in a wheelchair for a little while, and
shit.
I was telling him he needed people to come over to his house and wheel his ass in traffic.
I know, and forget, huh? Just wheel his ass in traffic.
Yeah.
What about
traffic?
And what was that Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan name?
Which one? You talking about the old salamander looking motherfucker?
You talking about RTP?
Yeah, RTP. Is he still around?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I see him every now and again, I think on Twitter or something.
Yeah. Dang, I mean everything has changed a lot, huh? You know who I still talk to every once in a while though is Cali Blue. I still talk to him. He's a totally different guy. He got grandchildren and shit and stuff.
You know who I ran into? I ran into him at the Niners Lions NFC Championship tailgate. CG Bully. I ran into him.
CG Bully, really? Damn. Yeah. You know, it's always nice to see people though, like and see them doing well. You know, you ever just wonder like where these people at? What's going on? Nobody knew. Damn, what was his name? What was you remember Who That True That?
Mm-hmm.
And he just disappeared, and I'm like, where'd he go? You know, I don't know, but we can't keep ties on all these people. But it's just nice to see when people are still around doing good. They don't have to be making videos, but it's just that was a thing then. And
I mean, I'm not always making videos. I've been the most inconsistent dude when it comes to this shit, but I've been around since 2008, 2009. I'm always around. I just might not be making videos all the time, but I'm always around.
Right?
Yeah, I'd be hella.
Yeah. It's nice.
I'd be hella busy lately. I got 2 goddamn daughters that are both teenagers at the same damn time, trying to put me in an early goddamn grave.
Oh yeah, man. Well, yeah, I know how that is because, like I said, 22 and now 18, and it's like, all right.
Mine are 13 and 14.
Oh shit. Yeah. It's all kind of it's all kind of stuff for the world to be like, look, brace
Yep.
yourself.
And my oldest starts high school next year.
Yeah. Dang, he said Simon's been busy going in on his own fan base. Simon's always been taking people in his fan base, though.
That's because they say some of the dumbest shit ever.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be on for a little bit, or are you getting off soon, McCarver?
Oh, I don't even know at this point, to be honest with you.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Okay. But I think sometime this weekend I'll I just said I'm going to SAC. I'll be going to SAC all the time. I gotta be there in the damn morning. My son got a game out there. Yeah, no, I'm gonna see what's up with him though, because we you know what we really gotta do is this idea, like the idea of I forgot who had said this years back in the hangout, I think, like for a draft weekend, get all the people that like be online and meet up somewhere like at the draft or something. That's kind of cool, but it don't have to be the draft. It's just whenever it's convenient. Whenever it's convenient, you know. And the people that was in that hangout, that was like the last set of people that I actually respected that did videos.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, so it's just weird and different now. I didn't know how it is. Like I said, I haven't logged in here because I can say last time I did talk to 49 cents, what he did say, it does make sense to me. He was like, man, it's a whole bunch of 49er geeks nowadays making videos. I was like, yeah, this shit changed. And I was like, man,
shit.
I mean, we should have just stayed firm and just kept with what we're doing. And but when you
but you know, like I said, I had kids growing up. I went through a divorce, the whole nine. I had all kinds of busy shit going on.
Yeah, people got lives, man, and yeah, it happens. You know, it freaking happens. But you know what? Hey, these geeks are making money now too.
Yep, bro. Look, some of the biggest people as far as 49er fans that drive me fucking crazy are most of these content creators. They say the dumbest shit just so people will watch, and it's like, really? It's like, why are you even gonna put a fucking camera on and say that stupid shit?
Yeah, I think it's really they figure what will be entertaining or what people may want to hear, but it's like
I guess
it's not how they feel. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
Then don't say it.
Right. You can just tell, you know, but that's just the way it is. Even like
that ain't how you feel. Don't fucking say it. Period.
Yeah, that's why it'd be nice if like the TTC was still a thing, because I'd be like, hey, come into the hangout. Like, do you think any of them 49er geeks will be able to go in a hangout? And
those guys, I don't know if they could talk shit like we did, but they'd probably be pretty knowledgeable about the Niners. But once you started throwing shots, some of them might get a little butthurt.
Yeah, because they like, hey man, hey. I was like, nah, man, you got to speak.
You crossed the Rubicon and you stepped into this motherfucker, so now you got to take your ass whooping.
Yeah. What is those? Okay. 49er Salon said, I don't mind all the Niner fans making content on YouTube nowadays, but what I hate is when those same people say, oh, there was no one making 49ers before me too. Damn, that, you know, yeah.
Yeah, that's bullshit, because I was on here before almost all those content creators.
And you know what? I think a lot of them know that too. But I can tell you this. And you got, yeah, man, if I know they're probably not watching.
Nothing but Niners?
Their names, but some of them that actually, what is his name? I gotta look it up. He makes a lot of who?
You talking about Wayne Breezy?
No, but I forgot about him.
You talking about the guy, Nothing But Niners?
No. I know they still making videos. I'm gonna look him up. He does podcasts sometimes with Grant Cohn, but he has his own stuff going on too.
Oh, you talking about Larry Krueger?
No, not Larry Krueger. Nope. A younger guy.
You talking about Haberman?
Hold on.
Are you talking? Are you talking about Lombardi?
No, not even Lombardi. I'm gonna look it up right now. But
Jesse Naylor.
He always shoots out a shout out because he was there watching everybody's stuff. He also
really?
He also says the TTC because he was there. I'm gonna get.
I can't think of who you're thinking of. I watch everybody and I don't hear nobody shout nobody
out. Yeah. No, I haven't heard any shout outs.
It up right now. He's the only one that be doing that when I put a comment in there and he sees it.
The only person I could think of that would shout anybody out would be CG Bully.
Let's see. I see Rambo still doing this thing too.
Yeah. I was on his show a couple times back in the day.
Yeah. I still do like halftime out because he still want me to do this, so I'll hop on if I can. No, I'll still do that, but hold on, it's coming because I'm going through these vids. Y'all gonna know who I'm talking about too.
Probably.
You said he does stuff with Grant?
He lives in Florida too.
Is it the Last Second Sports podcast?
Yeah.
I think he does. He has a sports podcast.
Yeah, but is it called Last Second Sports?
It might be.
You said he lives in Florida?
I'm gonna verify that. Yeah.
I think you're talking about Jesse. But I might
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Jesse.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, I never heard him shout out nothing like that.
Oh,
I haven't heard it either.
Oh yeah, he has. I just don't nowadays. I don't go in the comment section and say, "Hey guys, how you doing?" But he has before being on there. Nowadays I just sit back and listen, and then I'm on my other channel when I'm listening. So it's like they're not gonna know who I am, but he has before.
Right.
That's actually a topic I've been thinking about making a video on. Is like the history of 49ers content on YouTube, because I've been watching it literally from the start. Like 2008, Frisco Fitted TV was the very first one who's ever did it on YouTube. I was within probably the first 6 or 7 people to ever do it, but I've seen from Frisco Fitted to now, I've seen it all evolve, and I could make I think a pretty good video on kind of the history of it. But
hopefully people really pay attention to it and take it face value and say,
because I've heard a lot of people talk about, there was no one around in 2011, 2012, and
bullshit.
Come on,
bullshit.
I didn't even know. I stumbled on the shit. I said, "Oh shit, what is the TTC?" You're asking me. I'm in the TTC. What is that? And then I was like, "Oh shit, I could do this."
And that's why I always got along with you, McCarver. Like even before we were like homies, like back in the day, because you used to always give props to the guys that came before, and it was it wasn't required or anything, but it was just nice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I appreciated it.
I didn't know. It's like I wish I would have known, because it's like, damn, people was actually here representing, because then I saw, I saw it for what it was, and I'm like, damn, I'm like the table, but this we should be, but these
like whenever anybody asks me about like 49er YouTube and all that, I always tell them, hey, I had season tickets with the first dude on YouTube who ever talked Niners, because me and him had season tickets at Candlestick together.
Yeah. You'd be surprised too. Like y'all know just throughout the TTC, and this doesn't apply to those who are fans who don't live near the stadium, but the ones that do. And I'm not talking about just Niner fans. Everybody we came across, Hate Week or whatever, that live near, they never been to a game. It's like, It is.
And
what
even 49er Tone down in your chat right now. He was one of the
he in the building now. 49er Tone is in. I'm adding him to the stage.
Oh, speaking of the devil, let's go.
What's up, brother?
Yo, what's going on? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yo, what's going on, man?
How old is the kid now?
Man, 5 years old, man. Getting grown.
Yep, growing fast, huh?
Yeah, she's about to start kindergarten in a couple of months, man. So I'm already getting to that point where I don't want to let go already. You know what I mean? But yeah, she's getting there, man.
Yeah, got to though. Got to at some point. Yeah. How's Pops?
Oh, Pops is cool. I just seen him today. I had to drop off something at his house. He's doing cool. He just started a new career. So he's excited about doing that. It's easier for his back because he had like 8 back surgeries, man. So he's doing something that's a little easier on his back, but he's good, man. Yeah, he's good. We usually get together for the Niner games, so
That's
we just
dope. Yeah.
yeah, I haven't been able. I didn't hit any games this past year, man. So it kind of sucked, but I've been hooking up with Pops though.
That's cool. Yeah. See, that's that's all I'm really saying though too is like it's nice to see that people are just they doing good, man. To come on here and it's and there's actually some history here. There's relationships here for people to say there was no content before.
And
Not
what's
content.
What's crazy about Tone, me and Tone, me and him first started like communicating on the 49er message board. And in 2009, we both got season tickets like separate. Like we didn't even really talk like that. And then he started making videos on YouTube. I was making videos on YouTube, and our seats were in the same section.
Mm.
Yeah, yep. It was only
that
a
shit was
couple of
crazy.
rows.
Yeah, he was a few rows above me, and it was just crazy. Yeah.
Something that I don't know for sure, but I have a feeling something would have came out of it. But it is what it is. There was a year I seen both of you guys at training camp, Levi Stadium. Yep. There was this rich lady, right? That specific year, for the Fairfield chapter, I did like a back to school thing. Or we gave out supplies and stuff like that, and I think she got a hold of the information and stuff. And when I was leaving from my seat, she was there and she seen me and she was like, "Oh my God, I need to talk to you because what you're doing is so well." And then you two was like McCarver, and when I seen y'all, I just went straight to y'all. And I got and I was like, when I thought about it, I was like, damn, she's probably about to hook me up or something. I don't know.
You just blowing off the rich bitch, huh?
Yeah, but it is what it is.
Damn.
It is what it is.
That's
Never
funny.
seen her after that in my life. But yeah, that was just something funny that I thought about for a second. But
and another thing too, at least for me, when I was making videos, I started in 2009, and I was consistently making videos when we were bad, and it was like more of a venting, talking shit. When we got the heart, if you go back, well, a lot of my shit's private now, but if I put it back to public, like if you look at all my shit, like I barely made any videos during hardball, and then I came back with Chip Kelly, and all of that. So and Tom Sula. It just seems now it's just like it's more of it's a business, and that's kudos to everybody making their money. I ain't never gonna get mad at anybody making their bread, but I just don't like that arrogance or that talk, like the they just made videos. No one was making videos before people, and it's just like, bro, like we were here making videos for free, just
Yup.
for the love of it. Like, when people had to go on stick cam and talk shit before they had these little Google Hangouts and you know what I mean? Like it's just something to be one of the, one of the old school YouTubers, man. Like it's
We were
just
Niner YouTube videos before Google was even partnered with YouTube.
yeah, great point.
Yep.
So and like you said, McCarver, like we built like friendships over this shit, man. It's crazy. Like, man, like you, JD, Frisco Fitted, I was Frisco, Mr. Frisco. I mean, just like a whole bunch of people like I never would have met in any other aspect of life but going on YouTube, making Niner content and talking shit, man, and having a good time. You know what I mean? It's like, and we're still friends to this day. Like, I think, yeah, that shit makes it really, really special to me. You know what I mean? But as far as me consistently making content again, I started making a few videos this year because we sucked. And we'll see how this year goes for making more videos. But that's pretty much when I make videos.
It's more fun to do it. It's more fun to do
Yeah.
it when we suck.
Yeah.
It really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, I let everybody else do the talking when we're good. Go ahead.
Brock Purdy is the man, and that's what you.
Man, you gonna make me fucking do this?
Hey,
I'm about to do this right now. Like,
hey, remember that corny ass Falcons fan? Is he still around?
Which one?
Yes.
Wait, no. Which one?
Slita.
He's still around.
Sports Live in the ATL, outgoing 37.
Yeah, outgoing. Yeah.
Yeah, he's still
that
around.
raggedy fuck ain't had no heart attack yet.
Wasn't he in love with the Seahawk fan, the female?
You mean the one that looks like a transsexual?
Yeah. Yeah. Now he was.
Oh my god.
He was.
Oh my god.
Hold on, was that?
I don't.
Hold on, the Seahawk fan, I forget her name.
Was it Pete Carroll Gum or something?
PCG, yeah.
Yeah. Don't you guys talk to her like that. I'm like, what the? I don't know.
Yeah, you should. Hey, you should hear it when Parks talks about her. Parks would get on you for calling her a woman. He said, "That's a dude."
He'd be like, "That's a fucking man." Huh?
Yup.
So I want to ask y'all something. Since all of us have been around on the YouTube thing forever, right? How do you guys feel about the term content creator? Because I personally hate that term. It's a very self-important fucking term. It's for people that want to feel included and they want to feel like they're media, but they're not. The term content creator bothers me.
See, JD, with you, McCarver, like every TTC motherfucker, that's content creating. That was content creating. All these people do, and which is cool, but all they do is talk about 49er news. That's all it is. You're not creating any content. See, the hate week videos, that was content creating. So
that was entertainment.
That was entertainment. That changed. Yeah.
Wow.
So
but even that wasn't content creating. We were just called video makers back then.
No, true. But there was content in those videos, like the creativity, the bets, the certain type of videos you were making. That was creating content.
The term content creator has just always made me cringe. It's a self-important thing to make someone feel like they're more important than they are. Like, bro, you're making 49er videos on YouTube, dog. You're pressing record.
I agree.
I'm a content creator. Yeah.
Hey,
I get it. Things is just so different now. It's changed, man. Man.
And then the content creators are all beefing with each other And then it's not even just the YouTubers. It's also the fucking like guys that were like used to be on or they're
the
back on
actual
the radio.
reporters, the actual media guys. Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's just so different. I think with the
when
audience
you're on here on YouTube talking Niners or talking any other sport, it's competitive. Everyone's trying to get the views. Everyone's trying to get the super chats. Everyone's trying to get the subscribers. It's a competitive thing, and sports naturally are competitive as well. So you bring in a bunch of dudes who are talking about sports, and every single dude on the planet that's sitting on their couch, they think they can run an NFL team. You know what I mean? And so you have all these dudes talking about sports. Everyone's got testosterone. Everyone's ramped up. And it's no matter what, it's always going to be competitive like that. There's always going to be beef, all that. It's just part of it.
Yeah, and I don't get, everybody gets the notification on their phone. Ding, such and such just got released. And then breaking news. I got to get on the video. Hey, breaking news. Did y'all hear that? If y'all didn't hear already,
3 hours ago, motherfucker.
Now, let me ask y'all a question. How do y'all feel about people making updates and doing videos for updates while they're on vacation, while they're in a swimming pool and they're making a 49er update video that we just signed a third string running back?
That's amazing, man. This shit is just. That's another reason why I'm not just logged into this YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Because that shit was just popping up and stuff. And then I would miss something that might have came up. I'm more to other stuff like life and stuff like that. And the other one, know. Like,
but see, it's not even just YouTubers that are doing that. And I mean, I've seen David Lombardi skiing while he's giving up 49er news, literally while he's skiing. I mean, this shit's just cringy sometimes. I don't know. I can't watch a lot of 49er YouTube video makers anymore.
It's the technology too, because it wasn't just able to just turn your phone on and hit record. They wouldn't have been able to put in the stuff. You can't be on vacation and make a video when we were making videos back then.
Hell no.
We were doing this before you could go live. We were doing this before you could go live. We were doing this before you could do it on a phone.
Yep.
Like when I first started, went out and bought a digital camera.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the what was the TTC rule? Wasn't you had to have the video up by Thursday? Was that the cutoff?
Yeah.
Like Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
Man, that was some like fun times, man.
Hey, has anybody seen what's his name? Don V? Is he still making videos?
I haven't seen him in a long time.
I know he started doing college football years back and stopped doing Niner videos, but he was a good one too. I remember him doing that what was that cinnamon challenge? The cinnamon. He did
the icy hot challenge.
Oh yeah, the icy hot, yeah.
That's still by far the craziest bet payoff in TTC history. Did you know what we're talking about, Vet?
No, I don't think I saw that one.
So this dude Don V, they made a bet that if the Niners lost, and I can't remember who the bet was with, what the teams were, but the Niners lost the game, and Don V had to rub icy hot on his balls. Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, that shit was wild, dog.
And he had to eat his crow while he did it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Those days were nuts, man.
YouTube was a wild place back then, boy.
It was. But according to some people, we weren't around. It wasn't happening.
Right.
Yeah.
And they might have. It's funny. They might have a Rams representative or a Falcons representative.
No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't.
Well, not trash talking, but there's fans of every team.
Trash talking. That's what I mean. They might have just talking about an upcoming game or something.
Yeah, there's fans of every team doing shit now. It's that way. It's that way ever since the YouTube brought in the monetization in 2017, 2018.
Why
that's why
Rams,
we have so many people.
The Rams suck fucking donkey nuts. Why talk about them?
Because you can make money on YouTube. That's why 99% of the people are here.
I guess.
Yeah, it's different though. That's why it's just like it's not clear because it's just so fucking different, man. Some good times, man. Some fun times. All of the Falcon fans, like, where are they? Sean J.
Gone.
Where's the other guy at?
Fantasy Football 7.
And yeah, he's still around Twitter, right?
Yeah, he's still around. He said he was taking a break for a little while, but he'll be back during the season.
Yeah.
We'll probably see.
Of course, outgoing will forever be on the internet because what else is he going to do?
Yeah, we'll probably see Shine during the draft. So.
Oh, okay.
Well, that would be my guess.
What was that one Falcons fan name?
Dumbass?
Who?
Was it Dumbass?
They were all when it comes to that.
You talking about Air Falcon?
No.
Or Aries?
No. Was his name Gimp or something?
G-Sim.
G-Sim?
G-Sim. That
you mean? Well, Simus, I think, called him Gimp.
Yeah. See, it's certain people that I used to watch to be like, okay, they bringing the heat, which I kind of like, oh, they gonna be here for a while, and it's like that wasn't the case. I'm like, I don't get it.
G-Sim's thing, I think he got ran up out of here because he would always make these whack-ass predictions during the draft that never came true, and people started getting on him for it.
Yeah, and he'd be serious.
That's why Simus started going at him.
Yeah, but that's why I just was like, damn, these people really just not. It's turn the camera on, and then it just really started to turn.
Hey, have y'all heard Larry Krueger has said when he watches Jalon Walker's tape from Georgia that he sees Patrick Willis?
I've heard him hyping him up. I haven't heard that exact Patrick Willis thing, but he's been hyping him up.
Yeah,
I've been seeing that.
He said it. He said it like, God, the last 2 or 3 times he's went live, whoever he's talking to, he's like, I see Patrick Willis.
Okay,
is that the guy who ran a 4.4 in the combine?
Jalon Walker, he's the linebacker from Georgia.
Yeah,
I think he's got like 4.51 speed.
But the thing is with Larry Krueger, if you tune into him like tomorrow or Monday, he'll be hyped on someone else. He used to be a scout, so he just gets hyped up on all these dudes, and he hypes up every single player in the draft like they're going to be the next great thing.
Oh, he hyped up Brock Purdy. He did.
He was right. He was right about Brock. He was.
He's right about Brock.
He loves scouting. That's his whole background. He was a scout in the CFL, a scout in the NFL. That's his whole thing. So this time of year is like porn for him. He loves scouting. He loves the draft. He's obsessed with it.
Yeah.
So he's hyping up Jalon Walker right now. He'll be hyping up somebody else next week.
Yeah.
He doesn't like any of the outside of Jeffrey Bassett, the linebacker at Oregon. He doesn't like Connerly, the O-lineman. He doesn't like Derek Harmon, their D tackle.
Yeah.
So he says they're just soft and they're not very good.
Yeah.
Even though I think Harmon goes in the first round.
Oh, he will. He will.
Because he's a good pass rusher.
Yeah.
So
I want Walter Nolan. That's the dude I want. That's
I think I'm on that boat. I think I'm on that boat too. Walter Nolan, and I'm golden with the first round.
Yeah, should be interesting, man. We shall see. We shall see. Game after game.
What we need to do, if like Tyler Warren, the tight end from Penn State, or Ashton Genty fall to 11, they need to lock Kyle out of the fucking draft room, make their draft pick, and then let him come back in because he'll try taking one of those two.
Yeah, I can.
What is
I
the
see what you're saying.
conversation between him and Lynch when it comes to that? Like, for real. But I don't know.
I feel like the pick's going to be a D tackle, and I really don't think it's close. I think it's pretty obvious to me. Like,
it has to be at this point. I mean, you don't have none. I mean,
what
if you don't go D tackle with your first pick, then you're running this organization into the fucking ground.
Yep.
And I almost feel like it does make sense to do that, but these people, man, I'm just like, you just never fucking know. And for that being said, it's like, I wish Vet could go live with that first pick just in case it's something else, because that'd be entertaining.
I mean, I'll be posting all my reactions to all the Niner picks, so you'll.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean, hey, look, on that day, depending on what I'm doing at work, if I got time, I'll go live for that pick. If they fuck it up, I'm gonna drag the whole goddamn organization.
Oh man, yeah, man. I just want to get back in there, get to these playoffs, get to that Super Bowl, and get one. Shit.
You need to get out to Levi's, man.
We're just existing right now.
You need to get your ass back to Levi's.
I need to do that too. I heard, but Joe been keeping me updated. He was like, I guess the tailgating shit's been fucked up too.
But, yeah, it's been crazy.
But see, I think that's my thing too. When I get back out there, I probably won't be doing all of that. You know, I'll probably swing by, and then like kind of do what you were doing. You know, just get to the damn stadium. You know, I need to like now. You know, when the game's over and it's time to drive back home. It's time to drive back home. It's such far away, man, because I have to get up. It's just so much has changed nowadays. Freaking 49er Tone, you still in the Pittsburgh area?
Yep. I'm still
I
out
was
this
out
way,
there
man.
today working out there. I'll be out there all the damn time.
Oh man, yeah, shit. I had to
I'll be everywhere though, man.
Man, you gotta let me know when you out this way, man, for sure.
Yeah.
Oakley, Brentwood, Antioch, anywhere over there, let me know.
Oh yeah,
I'm over here, man. You gotta slide through.
For the Rayleighs and Subway and all of that shit, doing inspections and
nice.
Century Plaza in Pittsburgh, that whole fucking plaza where AMC, movie theater, Red Lobster, all of that. I'm doing inspections.
Oh, yep.
San Marco Villas, the apartment complex, full into Pittsburgh. That's where I was at today. I'll be throughout that shit.
Oh man, yeah, man. When you out this way, slide through, man, or just hit me. I know earlier you said you came over by Joe's. Next time you're in the area, man, just holler at me, man.
Oakley. Yeah.
You know.
That was like a damn. We don't got no plans. We can actually go, and you know, and we got over there doing that fucking Bills game. Shit,
man. No, I know. But getting back to what you were saying about the getting back to Levi's and this and that, man. Not only are they raising the prices on everything, you know, and they're cutting back on the money on the team. It's just it's like the worst timing for them to ask for more money from us and you know, they want to limit the tailgating. They want to, you know, put all these different rules. It's just, it's never been the same since Candlestick, but at least the first 9 years, or was it 9 years of the stadium, the tailgating was getting better and better each year. Like, it was getting to that Candlestick days, man. And then now they just fucking it up. You know what I mean?
It actually, the tailgating last year, it was kind of shitty depending on where you were. Blue Lot, where we're at, it was fine. It didn't really mess up what we do too much. They're doing that directional parking bullshit now, where they're forcing people to park in certain spots, but that really applies to the people that don't have the early tailgater pass.
Yeah,
but see, they don't give the early tailgater to everybody. That's the problem,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So
they even cut those, right?
Yeah, man, and it's like, that's bullshit. You know what I mean? And the thing is that the 49ers should know. They have a list of how long motherfuckers been season ticket holders. They have a list how long motherfuckers been there. So it's like, if you know certain tailgate groups, then at least the head of the tailgate should at least get their area set up. At least do that. And then if you don't want a whole bunch of people in the early tail, which is such bullshit, but at least let Joe and them, you know, or any other head of their tailgates have their little section, which they've had since Levi's open, and let people flock over there. I mean, that's, you know, it's such bullshit. I just don't understand it, man. I really don't. It's 2025. When did that preseason shooting happen? Was that 2011, 2010?
Yeah, something like that.
Like 15 years later, and we get the privilege to tailgate for 3 hours. They open the gate up 3 hours before kickoff. Mind you, they want you in line at least an hour before the kickoff because the line's so fucking long, and the security don't know what the hell they're doing.
Right. I don't know how many goddamn times I was
Charles,
in line hearing the national anthem.
Hey, McCarver, how many times I've been with the games with you, and we just standing in line for like 45 minutes just to get, like, come on, man. Shit, you get through the airport faster than this.
Yeah. This shit is,
What's crazy now with that directional parking shit, like last year, there was a couple times I would go over to the team store right when it opened. So I'm talking like, let's say it was a Monday night game or like a primetime game, a 5 o'clock game, right? I'm walking towards the stadium at like 2 o'clock, and there's not a car parked yet in green lot.
Yeah,
it's empty at 2 o'clock because they're doing that directional parking shit.
That's crazy.
It's nuts.
That's crazy. Yeah, I definitely don't understand. It's just you're making the fan experience worse, and then you're gonna put a worse team on the field because you're cutting back, but you're gonna raise more money. Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
But then every year at these fucking state of the franchise events, they get up there on stage talking about how they're making the fan experience better.
Exactly. That's bullshit.
For the people with money, yeah.
We're bringing MC Hammer for a halftime show, you know.
They don't want us to tailgate. They don't want us to tailgate.
Yeah.
They want us in the stadium spending money. That's what they want.
But I mean, should I just be happy? Should I just be happy that you're allowing me to get a free burger and 2 sodas during the game because I have season tickets? Like, whoop-de-fucking do. Don't get me wrong, that's pretty cool. But the whole experience when you went to Candlestick wasn't just going into the game and watching the 49ers. It was the tailgating, the camaraderie, the people that you met for years and years and years. And we started getting that tradition, that feeling back at Levi's, and then now they just fucked it all up. Like, that's it's if you want to eliminate parking, then you definitely shouldn't have the fucking stadium in Santa Clara. You should have built the shit closer to downtown San Francisco then. I'm sorry. There's Santa Clara. There's no reason for us to just go to the game and spend money around the area. There's nothing in that area. So if you wanted to build a intimate inner city type setting, then it should have been in San Francisco. Straight up. You let us tailgate, man. Let us tailgate.
And I mean, they just Great America got sold, and it's going to be closing in 10 years. Why didn't the 49ers buy that land?
Yeah,
That
and
perfect.
yeah, some companies putting warehouses.
Move Blue Lot over there or something. Anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would be dope if Blue Lot got closer. That would be dope. Yeah.
That's the only thing that sucks about Blue Lot, because Blue Lot's the closest thing to Candlestick Park tailgating, but it's just so fucking far away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's the thing, because you definitely got to walk, and it's the walking back after a loss. Walking back to Blue Lot is the worst. That's the worst walk, especially after a loss, man.
Tell the missus I said hi, McCarver.
Oh well,
yeah.
You didn't hear her, but she came in and said hi real cool. That was like 30 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my daughter's here, but she can't. Yeah.
Oh yeah, tell her I said hi. Yep, absolutely. Tell the whole fam, man. Your son getting big, boy. I seen the video last week, man. Like, dang, I haven't seen your fam in a couple years, man. Everybody getting big, man.
Little guy, yeah, he getting big. He a little baller, man. I don't know where the hell he got that
man. And I might have to get
I remember when you had that dude in the car seat, man.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I know. And then to hear, like I said, my daughter, it's cool to, see your kids grow up as Niner fans, and she wanted to be a Gold Rush because of me introducing her to, and then now, like, I really think that's about to happen. Like, I really do.
Yeah, well, I kind of failed my oldest daughter, and she followed her mom's side of the family and decided to be a fucking Cowboy fan.
Oof.
Yeah. Hey, Vet. Hey, I'm with you on that. See, my wifey is trying to play that same kind of game. But you see the picture I just posted. You see, my daughter's she's following in Daddy's footsteps, and I don't even force her to. It's
yeah,
go ahead.
My youngest is a Niner fan, but my oldest a Cowboy fan, and she tried to come over to my house wearing her Cowboy shit, and I'd tell her, "Yo, you better get the fuck outside."
Yeah, it's funny because wifey a Raider fan, and her whole family's all Raider fans, and it's just funny because she bought her like Raider shirts and this and that, and it's nothing serious. I know she does that to because she want me to say something, but I don't. And it's funny is because I barely bought any 49er shit for my daughter, because I'm gonna let her choose. Watch, I know what she's gonna choose. And you see, she got I just got her that 49er helmet and jersey. She be wearing it and shit. So
How does your girl feel about, like, when the Raiders had to move to Vegas?
Oh, she hated it. She hated it.
Is she adapted?
Oh, I know. I know all the fans in the stadium hated it that night.
Yeah,
that right there. Yeah, they were somewhere else, man. Like I said, it was just
like I said, I had a whole row of them, probably 12 of them motherfuckers sitting in front of me. And by the second quarter, when they saw that they was going to get their ass whooped and not win, every one of them was gone. I had like 12 empty seats in front of me.
That was bad.
Which game was this?
That was the last Battle of the Bay game.
Yeah.
I did not.
Yeah, I was out.
But
I was out there with McCarver.
When I went to Seattle, I did not expect those fans to be that goddamn nice. Even with me,
they're pussies. Bro,
even with me at halftime, when everybody's getting food, scream online, fuck the Seahawks. Y'all could go find that on Rombo's video. Like, nobody said anything, and they were still smiling.
That's crazy, because people that I know personally that have been there have told me nothing but bad stories.
It's crazy. I don't get it. Yeah.
I've heard nothing but horror stories about the Seahawk fans and how drunk and belligerent and stupid they are.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, if you come to a Seahawk game again up there, just let me know, and I'll fucking get me a ticket, and I'll drive 5 hours up there.
It really is loud as hell, though, like they say in that stadium. You can't hear yourself talk in there.
Yeah, because
you know what's funny?
I'm only like 5 hours from Seattle, so.
You know there's a lot more red in that stadium now in Seattle. So
Yeah, there is.
so there's a lot more red. So that because I've heard that asshole thing about Seahawks fans up there too, but there's too many Niner fans up there to even worry about something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and where their stadium is, it's like you can't really tailgate, so people got to go in the alleys by the stadium, and they open up the baseball field right next door and let people go in there and drink and shit and chill until the game.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
No, we was
I didn't know
bar
that.
hopping when we last time, like sort of like before the game. We was just going, and all of them were packed.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. It's downtown Seattle, and you got the Niners in town.
Yeah.
See, and that's my point for Jed York. If you wanted that type of setting, then you should have built in San Francisco. You can't build in Santa Clara with a bunch of parking lots and then expect us not to tailgate.
It ain't nothing around for you to go like, yeah, that's
exactly.
crazy.
Do shit.
Now Arizona, McFadden's fucking Niner bar right in front of the stadium.
Oh, that's dope.
That's what tripped me out. Yeah. In front of the stadium. All right. Yo, I gotta hop off now. I gotta get up early.
Oh yeah, man. Well, good luck on the game. And yeah, man. I'll hop on next Friday, man.
Do this every Friday, man. This is fun.
No, I am. And I said even when I can't hop on because I'm somewhere, if I can't do it on my phone, it's just gonna be like a pre-recorded video, but I want to be consistent with something. But it was a pleasure talking to y'all. Like I said, it's nice to hear from y'all, man. I didn't know what the hell's going on with everybody, but so you're just saying like, tone, like I be in Pittsburgh all the time, but I just be on the move, but I didn't even think about it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, we'll get man. We'll hook up, man. Maybe we'll do a one of those double date nights or something, man. Just we'll chop it up on the phone.
We can get together for an away game this year.
Yep, and let's do that.
Need to do that too, but I don't know how much plane rides I'm gonna be on this year, but it's all good.
No, I mean like we could get together at like one of our houses and watch an away game this year.
We got to do that. We got to do that. Let's stamp that, like for real, because we have.
Like
to.
I said,
hit up Big Thizzle too, because he's right. I ain't talked to him in a while, and he's right out here.
Yeah.
So, but last time I did talk to him, he was doing good. He's just working and stuff.
He's been dropping videos the last couple weeks.
Oh, okay. See.
Yep.
Nice.
Didn't know.
Hey, you know what? We should plan for week 1 because 9 times out of 10 we'll be on the road week 1. So we should stamp week 1.
Okay. That's
what were you gonna say, Vet?
Okay. I was gonna say like I said, day 3 of the draft, I'll be live all day. Anybody want to pop through, just come on in.
Yep.
Okay. Like I said,
I do it every year.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll pop through, man. Sometimes I get on the YouTube and I'll be watching, and then I'll put my phone down doing daddy duties and stuff, and then, but I'll pop through for sure. Yeah,
because if I wasn't working Thursday or Friday, I'd probably do round 1 and 2 also. But
we.
I gotta make this money. What up?
we drafting a kicker round 1.
Man, don't even play with my motherfucking emotions like that. Don't do it. God damn it.
And then they have the nerve to come out. Y'all wanted us to replace Jake Moody.
Nah. Right. Hey, you know what? They can pay me $1 million for the season, and my old out of shape ass will go out there and kick footballs better than Jake Moody.
Yeah, we figure it out, right? I don't know what this guy, but we'll see. We'll see.
Fuck.
Yeah. But all right, y'all. Finna sign off.
All right, my brothers.
Back next
All right, man.
Friday. Talk about some more Niner stuff. This ain't the Geek Channel, you know. This some people who've been here. Love it. So I'll catch y'all in traffic, man. Peace.
Peace.